All right, here we go. Welcome everybody. This month's Moby Bear Fightcast, MFC Stucky,
Nice combat.
Ace Combat. Let's get right to it. So, a lot of stuff going on in the last month since the last time we seen each other.
Yep. Tons of information
Tons
got
of
out.
info and everything. So, let's go ahead and start like we usually do and go over local events and everything. Let's see. Next Thursday is two different things coming up. May 18th. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Tournament at Video Game Trading Post in
A
Pensacola.
third strike tournament?
Yeah,
What?
it's on a Thursday. I think it starts at like 7:30 or something like that. It's like, why do you folks love to do stuff on Mondays and Thursdays? I mean, Friday at least I could have went to that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for everybody in the Pensacola area, hit up Video Game Trading Post, 6707 Plantation Road.
How strong is their third strike scene?
I have no idea. I don't think they really know, but I remember the last tournament that they did, a lot of folks were asking to do Third Strike, so he's doing Third Strike this time. And yeah, that was going to be going to be streamed to Cowman 715, I believe is his Twitch channel. So check that out. Then also Thursday, May 18th, we got a fight night. They're doing the Wayward Kraken in Biloxi, Mississippi. 871 Howard Avenue. Now, it's kind of weird because from what I read, it looks like they're going to switch out games every week. And then, like, every month or quarter, I think it says something like that, they're going to switch them out. But for, like, this week, this coming Thursday, on the 18th, they're going to do Smash. Then they're going to do Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, and they're going to alternate between those two games. And then eventually refresh them out. And I think it's set up to be like an ongoing event too, so that sounds pretty cool. But again, Thursday night, dang it.
Yeah, there's a lot of Thursday events I'm seeing.
Yeah,
But that's the bar place, right?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I've heard of it before.
Yeah, me too.
I want to say one of my clients told me about it. Said it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna try to check it out one of these days.
I'm hearing the monitors are big TV base, so
Well, they were asking folks to bring setups and stuff, so I presume they'll, somebody will bring
yeah, I
actual
think so.
setups like for games and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool though. I mean,
Yeah, I need to attend to it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, you
no
need to go
Street
there.
Fighter 5, but I'll probably go for the hell of it.
yeah, just check everything out at least.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then next Saturday, May 20th, is Hidden Power, of course, up at Gamers and Geeks, 4805 Moffett Road. They'll be playing PM Smash and Melee like usual. Then we still got the other ongoing things, the Nerdery League down at Alchemy Tavern here in Mobile. Got a game night at Beef O'Brady's in Pensacola. And then Secret Power as well over at Gamers and Geeks here in Mobile too. So that's all the stuff that I could find anyway. Oh, that's right.
And there's
there was
one event
there's one
tonight.
Where is it?
It's in Metairie, Louisiana.
Metairie, Louisiana. Yeah.
It takes place at 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m.
It's
So
supposedly called the CVF. The worst has yet to come. That's what the group's called,
mhm.
or yeah, the event is called. It will have. Oh, it's casuals and friendlies. That's the main focus of the event.
Oh, cool.
So it's not necessarily a tournament, but I guess it could be.
Oh, that's it.
If they want to they throw it down. I think they do it sometimes. But
Yeah, well, but I mean, shoot, either way.
Yeah.
If you're out in that area, you got time.
Yep.
Still, and I'm sure they'll be there late. So
yeah,
wouldn't
about an
be
hour
any
and a
issues
half.
with that,
Oh
so.
yeah, they're up late.
Yeah.
Pretty late for that area.
yeah, so you got time for that too. So that's pretty cool. If I wasn't so tired after this is over, I'd be like, come on, let's go. But
Yeah.
has not happened tonight, unfortunately. Okay, so let's talk about Street Fighter 5 first. So, have you played the beta? I presume.
I did.
What do you think?
I've never been more happy to close it.
What happened with it? What's wrong with it?
So when the beta first came out,
Mhm.
like I'm talking about when it was supposed to be scheduled to release on what was it, 8 p.m. Central?
Oh yeah.
It had problems.
Oh, yeah, I know.
No surprise.
I know. I was
It's
sitting
like
right there waiting for it.
it's a common ritual that they have problems every release of an internet
Yeah, and
test.
I'm
So
sure they even expected it, because I imagine it's like, let's see, 10 million folks are going to hit the servers all at the same time because we gave
yeah,
it away for free on both Steam and PS4 this time. So I'm
yep.
sure they had a plan in place when that happened. Yeah, I'm sure they wished it wouldn't have happened, but
Yeah.
stuff happens. So I understood,
Mhm.
but it was kind of frustrating.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it
But
was.
once you got in,
Once I got in, the first thing I did was let me test if the one-side rollback was still in, and let me test if the start button inflicts rollback problems, like it acts as an input.
uh-huh.
To no surprise, it's still there.
Oh.
That's the first thing I did, and yeah, it's still there. The start button still can cause rollback problems because it sends the inputs through the netcode apparently for some reason when it's not a button it needs. So continue to have turbo button on start if you want to have the play to win strat going.
I mean, I never understood that. Back in the old Quake 2 days, I never understood folks that use like aimbots and stuff like that. If you're cheating, why are you even playing? It's like, why? Even anyway, I mean,
Those points matter. I don't know.
that reminds me. I need to ask you something in a minute. But was there anything you liked about it? Otherwise, I mean, you tried out Ed, right?
Yeah, I tried Ed.
What'd you think?
He so he's interesting in that I think he's good for some cases, but
Mhm.
I think there's a general problem that he has that I think some other characters do have also. Against characters with top tier pokes and like just better rush down potential.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking like Urian, Boxer, Karin, um, the the general high tiers, right? They usually have really good pokes. I mean, I guess there's some exceptions, like probably Birdie too, maybe, but then you gotta consider the projectile itself. I feel like that gives him a hard time.
Mhm.
The issue I see with Ed right now is he kind of has slow normals for mediums, and I think you kind of have to be mid range for your like confirms.
Mhm.
Like if you're doing one hit confirms off a low forward, if you do it just slightly off range, the two punch move will whiff. It will whiff. So that's no good. Um, that happened to me a couple times, a lot. Like it happened to me about 50% of the time.
Oh yeah.
And even when I try to adapt to it, it's like sometimes I just can't. I couldn't be able to tell sometimes at certain ranges. And this was against a Urian player when I was playing with my brother. So,
Okay.
uh, yeah, that was kind of rough to try that out. He's interesting. Also at the V trigger, but I think I'm surprised I never gave him an overhead.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too.
Yeah, because his V trigger, like on paper when I saw it, I was like, "There's no way this character can be bad." Because like usually when you have a free momentum shifting V trigger like that, you're usually high tier.
Mhm.
Because usually Recede and Guile, like Recede's 2-bar V trigger, and he can just use it and he can get it if he want.
Yeah.
Guile's same way right now, but after this patch, they're probably gonna that's gonna be 3 bars.
Yeah.
But before you could do like 2 jab sonic booms, and it's a really wide hitbox range where you can't get in even from jump ins sometimes.
Mhm.
So you're forced to like take a mix up from Guile. He pretty much can do what he wants.
Yep.
And play the offensive game from there.
Indeed.
And have the opponent use V reversal if he wants. So thought it was gonna be like that for him. It kind of is, but for one, the V trigger fireball's not too big of a width compared to Guile's. And the other thing is the damage output you probably could get outside of like having super. It's probably not as much as what you can get in general. And the mix-ups aren't. They're kind of they're okay, but they're not something that's scary. I think. I mean, if he had an overhead, yeah, that's scary. But right now, I'm pretty sure he has like fuzzy guard, like jump sort setups.
Mhm.
that's probably the best he probably could do. But it's like, I think once you do it, you're not gonna have time to get a combo off of it. So he's okay, but I don't think he's great.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people like him though, like on the forums, but I think that's because, well, it's a beta. A lot of people are like kind of just trying it out early. Like they probably never played the game.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
Well, I didn't even get a chance to try it out the last one because it was still tax season when all that was going on. So, but I mean, I enjoyed them, and like I told you earlier, it's like I'm just happy I have somebody that I can hands with again. So I learned, feel like I didn't waste all that time trying the piano.
Yeah, that's actually
piano with them. I was like, ha! I can do it again. Ha ha!
Yeah, it does a lot of chip too.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice.
I think it does a lot of chip. It's about like 2 Hadoukens or 3 Hadoukens.
Really?
I think.
Oh wow! I need to do that more often then.
Yeah, I felt like that was the only thing that I was actually doing like really well, okay against with Urian.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of other things, like I think like Urian, when I was playing against him, like I feel like I was just getting outclassed in all other areas. Like yeah, I guess my V trigger mix-ups, I had to go to training mode for that, so wasn't prepared for that. But like the neutral just felt rough. Like I was getting out fireballed by Urian. Pokes, I was getting out poked by. Once I was close, I had to be worried about if low forward 2-punch would work consistently. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it doesn't. And the other thing is, if you try to do the B&B or like block string of stand strong and low forward, it's not really a true block string kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, I mean, most strings in this game aren't really true block strings at all. It's just that a lot of characters have like a 4-frame or 5-frame gap where it's like you can hit a light out of it. So like if he does stand strong low forward, because his normals are super slow, especially mainly his low forward, it's like 8 frames. Yeah, for I forgot how much stand strong on block is. I guess it's like +2 or +3 on block. But it's like, yeah, if you do a low forward after it, yeah, you're gonna get hit out by like a light or even a strong sometimes for some characters. So he probably can do something like stand strong and low strong at this, but it's like low strong does a lot of pushback, I think. Mm-hmm. So doing low strong to 2-punch can whiff also.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like he's lacking in damage conversions and damage conversions as a whole, I mean, and slow normals. But I think that's just considering his low forward itself, maybe. But everything else, it's decent. Mm-hmm. This sword strong's nice. In the corner, if you throw and then you do toward strong, if they do quick rise, you're getting the late, like around just about the latest meaty frame you can get, and you're like +4 or 5 or something like that off his toward strong fireball feint. It has a lot of active frames. Like I think it's like 7 or 8 active frames, and he's like -2 on the first block of it, so he's like relatively safe. And then you add 7 or 8 frames more, that's like around +3, +4 area. So he has a lot of neat. He's gonna have probably good meaty sets off of Tor Strong for sure. But yeah, other than that, I feel like the name of the game for season 2 is like burst damage and top tier normals, and he kind of was getting there, but I don't know. I feel like some characters like Boxer and will just outclass him, even though Boxer kind of doesn't really have a projectile. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, some people are even saying like how they're thinking he would do really well against fireballs. I mean, like grapplers. I mean, Ed versus Zangief or something like that. Maybe Verdi. But then people are starting to realize, like now, some people are saying they have trouble with Geef.
Yeah, well,
because he has good normals.
I played a couple of Geefs last night. Well, one really, but I seem to have a hard time with him. Not that I'm good or anything, but
no, it's hard.
Yeah, I'm not good. I understand
because he has good normals.
Yeah.
But yeah, Geef
I did find myself running straight into Zangief's like fierce kick 100 times over.
Yeah, but it's like even like I imagine like crouch jab and like his fierce and like anything that's like dominant normals for Geef, they're just gonna give him a hard time.
Yeah, I definitely felt like that last night when I was playing with him.
Yeah, a lot of Street Fighter 5 has been that problem. If you just have to have good buttons in this game.
Yeah. Um,
His good button is like Stand Fierce and
yeah,
Stand Rouse. That's about it.
that's
But
about it.
like
Yeah.
Stand Rouse, you have to space it really well. I think more so than like probably like Ibuki or even Juries maybe.
Hmm.
I guess it would be like Receipts. I guess Receipts and Rouse, you would have to space it really really well. A lot of times it's really hard to get that safe, so not many people use it. But it doesn't matter. You got low fears,
Hmm.
which is like one of the very fastest recovering normals in the game. On top of having a very good reward if it get cross counter, get like good corner carry, good setups off of it. So
Cool. Did you play anybody else?
I played Boxer because I felt like I just wasn't cutting it for with Ed against Urian, so I had to
Hmm.
go with Boxer
What'd you think
against
of him?
Urian. Who Boxer?
Yeah. What did they change on him? It wasn't much,
One
was it?
thing.
Yeah, that's right. The thing where he could get crossed up or something
No.
like that. No, it wasn't that.
Health.
Was it just the health? Okay.
I think he went from 1025 to 1000, or if it was 1050 to 1025. I don't know which one it was.
So he went down.
Yeah, by 25 points, which really isn't much at all when
Yeah.
he's relatively already a strong character.
That's fine. No, I like Balrog the way he is, personally.
I like him the way it is too, but the problem is I know other characters aren't going to be compensated like it.
Uh-huh.
So like, yeah, Birdie being that good as Boxer, it's not going to happen. Fong being good as him, nope.
Mm-mm.
Ryu, no. Ken, probably not. Kind of close, but no. It's like they're playing. It's like he was playing a game that was meant for the season 1 cast.
Mhm.
That's what it felt like. It felt like he was balanced for season 1 characters, and then they just tore out every like good tools from the season 1 great characters
Mhm.
and made them less fun. So now it's like season 2 is its own thing. But I get the feeling it's like it's just gonna be like a cycle. It's like they're not gonna really have a proper atonement of like having mainly buffs and no nerfs.
Mhm.
Which yeah, they went away. They clearly did not go that way. So yeah,
Let's see. I know we messed around with Ryu a little bit before I went to bed, and he
still
felt a lot
sucks.
better.
I think he still sucks.
I mean, yeah, but that light kick range.
Yeah, the
felt
light
so-
kick range was needed, but I don't see why they changed that in the first place.
I don't know. I guess they wanted them to work to get closer. Maybe. I mean, it's Capcom. Who knows?
I wouldn't know. I play Sotos for a good bit, and I don't know why they made that change for him
Mm-hmm.
personally.
So
I guess they were just over concerned with Ryu being good from season 1. I don't know. I didn't even think he was like on the top 3. So, and he was the one that got over nerfed. So I don't know.
yeah, I think he did. One thing I did see that at least on the PS4 side, the load time is a lot faster.
Is it?
Getting into and out of a match.
Yeah.
When we were getting out of a match, I was actually getting to the lounge room again faster than the Steam player was. Usually it's the other way around. You know, when you're playing on Steam, you're playing somebody on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
You're already back at the room waiting to get back into the
Mhm.
match, but you're waiting on the PS4 player, me,
Mm-hmm.
to get there.
Mhm.
I was actually getting back there faster
Really?
a couple of times. Yeah. So
When I cross-played the beta, this one, the Steam one was able to get in the battle lounge first, then the PS4. If
But
we're
like-
talking about the battle lounge lobby,
yeah.
right, where endless lobby where two people waiting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we did that. Oh, I did that with my PS4, and my PC still came out first, and then the PS4 after like.
I mean, the
4
PC
seconds, 5
usually still
seconds.
did, but it was obviously faster though.
Mhm.
Obviously faster, and also when you choose the character and the little versus screen comes up,
Mhm.
that was way faster too. So at least that seemed to be, at least for me, it was. Because the little stupid music would play, and then you're just sitting there watching the characters breathe for felt like a minute, and then the screen would finally go white. Now the screen pretty much goes white as soon as as soon as the song goes off, the screen goes white and goes into the match. So
Yeah, I think that did go faster. Yeah.
yeah, trust me, it did. It got faster. Trust me, it got faster. So that was one thing at least that seemed to that they said was going to be in it that seemed to actually be there. So that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hopefully play a little bit more of it this weekend. Um, but so there hadn't been any word on when the actual final patch is coming out though, is it?
No.
I wonder. And seeing that Ed is a month late, does that mean we're going to hear who the next character is next month?
Probably not. Probably not.
Because technically he's supposed to be out next month.
Yeah, there's some rumors going around that he was designed for the new CFN. Sort of like the way it's integrated that
Yeah, they said they had to hold him back because all of the balance changes and everything was tied to the CFN update.
Yeah, because the way the movesets work now, I think it's differently made now. The way it's integrated, because if you use it's like some XML extractor for the moves.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a little different. Like I never tried it, but when I was looking at the modding Discord, it said like you couldn't even get much out of it, and the that hitbox viewer thing doesn't work anymore either. So
yeah,
there's some changes for
they
sure.
changed something in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, when they decided they were going to hold back the CFN, they had to hold pretty much everything back, except for the DLC costumes at least. Got those out there.
Yep.
That's awesome. And at least they're doing costume packs now. But I do feel bad for folks who spent the $5 on the 4 or 5 costumes they wanted, and now they can get them all in a pack. And it's like, well, now if I buy the pack, I feel like I'm wasting $25.
Yeah.
And then they also lowered the price of the costumes too, which overall is a good thing. But I definitely understand folks feeling like they're getting cheated. Though, but you can say that about anything. Folks who buy it first usually end up getting screwed when they start. Time goes by and stuff gets cheaper, and they bundle stuff, and you're like, why didn't I just wait? I'm glad I did. But yeah, hopefully whatever this test shows them, they'll have it come out soon. But yeah, just pretty soon they're gonna have to end up announcing the next character.
Yep. And did you even try the first time they had the CFN2 beta going?
No, I was still in the middle of Texas.
Okay.
So I never got a chance. I downloaded it, had it installed, even opened up Steam to play it once, and then I got a phone call, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a... I didn't really feel much of a difference from the two. I think... I won't know what else other balance change they put it in, because there's no list that tells us, and because they changed how moves work and how information is set, you can't even I don't think you could compare information yet. Oh wait, no. There is actually a hitbox viewer out there. I think Tool Assisted did.
Okay.
So there's that at least, but not a difference checker yet at the moment. I guess that's about it.
Yep. Just Capcom will continue to thank us for our
thank you for your patience and
support. And see you next month, maybe. Well, I mean, this better come out within the next 2 weeks.
I get the feeling it's going to be in June.
Oh, I bet not be.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because then it's going to be the patch and Ed and the next new character. If they wait till June, it has to be by the end of May.
They're going to delay the next character for sure. Whenever the patch comes out, yeah, it's going to be out, but it's probably going to be around June, and then next character reveal is probably going to be around August or July.
Well, the latest they could do it will be July, because August would be the next character.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Ubisoft's having the same issue too with Rainbow Six Siege. Their latest character pass thing that was going on, they're supposed to have 2 characters came out last month, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was last month or this month, but they said now they're doing a new thing called Operation Health, and they are now scrapping the stage that was supposed to come out with the new characters coming out, and now they're gonna delay the character release 3 months from now, around August. So
Did they say why?
they said they were really going to focus on like some general bugs like with the hitboxes in the game,
Oh, okay.
but
Well,
it's a
I
lot.
can kind of understand that.
Yeah, but a lot of people who own like the season pass,
Hmm.
they're kind of like upset with that because they kind of want to like meet their deadline schedule. They didn't want to like have to delay more
Yeah, I can
near the
understand
end.
that. But I bet you I don't think Ubisoft expected the game to become as big of a esports phenomenon as it has, and I bet you they're getting a lot of blowback on that side. It's like, hey, you need to fix this stuff, and they're probably making money on the esports side, so they want to make sure that's all good before they go on with it.
Right.
So I can understand. I'm pretty sure that's the mindset there. Let's make sure everything is good on the esports side. That'll, trickle down to everybody, and then we'll continue to release the content or whatever.
Esports is hurting everything, apparently.
That's where the money is, man. It's the only thing that's keeping SF5 alive right now, because otherwise, I don't think anybody would care. So, patience and support. Patience
Yeah.
and support. Okay.
That's the key word.
All right, so that's it for Street Fighter V for now. Let's move on to some other fighting games. So, Rev 2 is coming out 23rd.
Oh
what?
yeah, I forgot. They didn't fix ones that rollback or the start button problem, where if you put turbo on start button, it'll cause
Yeah, you already said
some
that.
like. Yeah, but they never fixed that in this beta.
Oh, yeah. It's only one guy. Give him a break, man. He's doing the best he can. Doing the best he can.
The hamster and the wheels just not doing the job right.
I mean,
for the day.
PS4 is going to load faster. Steam players should be happy about that. So, one thing at a time, man. One thing at a time. Oh, there's one thing. Okay. Something that's been happening to me for the last couple months now. I will start a match, and the opponent will just be sitting there and doing like light kick over and over and over again.
Oh yes.
What is that? Do you know what that is?
I know what it is.
What is it?
Fight money grinding.
I figured, but how does it work?
So I think how it works is you build experience regardless, I think. And that experience will build up, and after you rank up your character's level, you get fight money.
Oh.
And also it's good for character colors like EX colors that you
Uh-huh.
can only get by leveling up your character.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
there's
that
two
makes
things
sense. That makes
it
sense.
does.
Because I noticed on my account, it was like one day I fought like 3 folks like that in a row, almost
Yeah.
in a row. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So I started to save the replays, and then when I looked at their like fight list, what their last like few fights, all of them ended in a draw. Even the ones that I won, it said draw. And I was wondering if that was Capcom knowing what they were doing and like shutting down anything they got from that and just call it a match of draw. Or
Oh
whatever.
really? So it just said
Yeah,
draw
all the matches were grayed out, and it said draw.
when you have mass light kick?
Well, with those particular folks. Then it happened on this PlayStation Tuesday or Wednesday, and I saved that replay and looked at their list, and they were showing the wins and losses and everything. But I can show you on my PS4 the ones that I saved. It just all the matches say draw.
Huh.
Even when I won.
I wonder if they fixed it. Like, or if they take people mass and light kick if they get points.
I'm thinking that's Capcom. They have a list and they know who's doing it, and they're just like, nope, this doesn't count. I think that's what happened to those particular folks. But I was wondering about that. I was like, this has got to be something to do with like fight money grinding or something like that. That's kind of what I thought, but I didn't figure. But yeah, you're right. You get experience no matter what. So I guess they just leave that running, and then they go to work or whatever and come home and, hey, I gained a level or 14 or whatever. So I just found that annoying. I was just wanted to know for sure what it was. So yeah. Anyway,
I'm not sure what would happen if like the PS4 disconnected then, because then what would happen? Wouldn't you go right to like story or something, and then hit next or something like that? I don't know where it defaults to.
I think it defaults to CFN if you get booted out.
So what happens?
I think. So you just be on the list there. Oh yeah, I forgot all about the friends list and all
Okay,
the other new
so
stuff.
you
So
just you're just
you'll just be
messing here.
stuck there.
So I thought it'd be something like, do you want to delete your account? Yes, or something.
But so yeah, I was just wondering about that. I've been meaning to ask you that for like the last month. It's just been forgetting. Okay,
Yeah,
so
fight money grinding. Yep,
all right, Xrd Rev 2.
the demo's out. Have you got to try it?
Yes, briefly.
How's it?
I mean, you know,
It's
same.
Revelator.
A lot of the stuff is a lot of the moves are different. Like I mean, just a few that I saw. Souls, forward slash where he does the sword down into 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's only 1 hit now, and they changed the animation of it where he just does it like that with the sword.
That did 2 hits. The
Yeah.
Toward H, 6H.
I believe so.
I thought it was just 1 hit.
I thought it was 2 hits.
Maybe I just never did it point blank.
Either way, they changed the animation of it. It doesn't hit as far away either now.
Ooh, that sucks.
I noticed that.
Is this 5LK slow still? Or is it still back to being like, what, 2 frames or something
I don't
like that?
I don't know.
4 frames?
I didn't pay much attention to that. I went and played with Potemkin, and who, as far as I could tell, wasn't much different at all. I didn't really look at what most of the change lists were for that game. I need to. But I played with Potemkin and who else? Well, I played with the new characters too, and
Who are the new characters?
Biken and
Biken and
um,
Answer.
Answer, who's quite weird. I couldn't get my head around him. Biken's pretty cool though. I still remember her from the very first Guilty Gear where you couldn't even tell she was a girl. Now it's
The PlayStation 1 Guilty Gear?
mm-hmm. I
The
still
one,
got,
the
still
one,
got it in there.
one when like didn't wear a bag was actually a face.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yep.
I never got to play that.
Dr. Ballhead was his name back then.
Did people ever play that game competitively?
If they did, we didn't know about it, but we played it because there wasn't any other fighting games out there.
I don't think that was like even an arcade, so maybe it
No,
wasn't.
no, it was just a
It was
PS1
just
game.
yeah.
Yeah, just random ass game. Mom bought it for Christmas. And like I think I told you this before, we were pretty sure she went into a video game store and said, "My son's like fighting games. This game just came out. Okay." It was like, what the hell is a Guilty Gear? I remember saying that Christmas morning, what the hell is a Guilty Gear? We'd never even heard of the game before. We put it in, played it. Oh, this is actually pretty cool.
Gears that are guilty.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
But,
I still remember the low audio quality sound and the visual effects. I've never seen a lot of fire. That's like very PS1. Like,
Oh, I'm sure.
visual
I
effects.
hadn't.
Like 50% transparency fire looking stuff.
I hadn't laid eyes on that game in years. But I remember once we got into it, we got like really into it. It's like, hey, this is actually really fun. And then X came out on the Dreamcast. Never came out in America, but we learned to crack Dreamcast by that time, so played the crap out of that. And I remember at the time that game looked like freaking amazing. It's like this must be like high res. This is like 640 by 480. This is craziness. Big ass sprites and just boom, bright colors and barely any pixelation. It's like, man, this game is smooth. It's got to be 640 by 480. That's high def. About as high def as you can get back then.
Yep. That was the definition of HD at the time.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool they gave a demo for it and everything.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
And it's coming out on Steam on June 1st. So
Hey, this game worked out for them. To have a demo.
yeah,
Why didn't Street Fighter 5 do that?
they had a beta.
Yeah, they had a beta, but why couldn't they just do that before, like, I don't know, the story mode thing going on?
Because what would the single player demo have been?
Playing versus, right? You could play versus in this, right? You just couldn't play
Yeah,
online.
well, yeah.
That's why. Yeah, I thought. Well, I might be wrong with this one, but I remember the last demo Revelator had. You could play tournament with it.
Really?
Yes, I thought some people did.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Actually, yeah. I'm pretty sure you could with this one too. Yeah. With Street Fighter V, they were more worried about. I think what folks forget is that this is Capcom's servers, and as far as I know, this is the first time Capcom's ever run their own fighting game servers. Anyway,
Isn't it ran by like some mobile, like out of country server
probably,
that's meant for free mobile gaming?
maybe, I don't know.
Because when I searched up the information where its servers come from, it's from like some company who owns like most mobile app games, and then they plaster Street Fighter 5 on it.
Yeah, well,
So, yeah,
wouldn't surprise me.
they might have changed it now with this new beta. Maybe that's probably what's they're trying new things. Maybe, but
Possibly.
I don't know. They're still having a one-sided rollback.
That thought
models.
crossed my mind. They may have been going with a new with a different server.
Yeah.
Somewhere. But yeah, but the Steam version of Rev 2 is coming out pretty soon, about a week actually, a little over a week after the PS4 version. So you don't have to wait that long.
Yeah, I think I'd rather get the Steam version because there's a lot of input delay on the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a friend of mine I know on Steam says like you just wouldn't even get the PS4 because it's like it's night and day how much lag there is compared for input delay. It's I don't know how it goes, but it's like I think arcade's about the same or lags more than the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
And then PC is like around like 2 frames if you manage it right of lag, and it's like it's a lot less. Like I think what it came down to was like how online play would that exert on Steam would probably be about the same or less lag than the PS4 offline. So that's kind of crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
The one time we're actually playing PC is actually good. It's just I don't think many people I know that out there that plays Guilty Gear with full heart intentions. I think they're mainly are PS4 users than they are PC. Most of them, I think.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's that. Tekken 7 coming out a few weeks too. Mm-hmm. It's looking pretty cool. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I haven't been good at any of those games since Tekken 2.
That's fair. You got Akuma in it. Give that a try to bring back those Ken days.
Oh yeah.
See how it goes.
It won't go well, trust me. But
Focus attack.
Oh yeah, I was good. I was really good at those.
Yeah, Honda was really good at that too, right?
Oh yeah. I never really learned how to do that. That was one of my issues with Street Fighter. I used to always say that was the main reason I never got any better at Street Fighter 4 is because I played it like Street Fighter 2. I didn't really take the time to learn how to do all of that fancy stuff. I was just like, no, I'm just going to play it like Street Fighter 2. And it worked mostly. I could beat a lot of folks.
Yeah. Honda's focus attack was kind of pretty bad. It was
Yeah,
like
I know.
Pixels worth of a hitbox.
Yeah. So I finally started trying to learn, and then they were like, oh, no, he's a bad character. He has the worst one. It's like, oh, I thought it was just me. I said, no, his was pretty bad.
Was he? Oh, I would think like Geef's probably that absolute worst. Like some of the grapplers. Only Hugo is like the one exception where he was actually decent. Oh, and Abel, but Abel's more like a hybrid.
Yeah. But Tekken 7 is going to have a season pass this time.
Yep.
And some folks are not happy about that. So, my understanding of the season pass is that there's going to be 3 big DLC drops for it. One this winter. No, one in the summer, one in the winter, and then one next spring.
Right.
Now,
sounds right.
The season pass is $25. The season pass itself and those 3 DLC drops, 2 of those are going to have new characters. They said guest characters too, so
Yeah, that's
they
crazy.
could be something out of a whole different
Maybe
game.
for Street Fighter.
Could actually be another Street Fighter player. Yeah. And then you get like a bunch of costumes, colors, stuff like that. But the classic character downloads that they're going to have are going to be free for everybody. So I think some folks are thinking that.
You mean like the Jin Kazama costume?
No, okay.
I thought
See,
that was a
that's
pre-order
kind of the gray area, and I'm hoping he clears it up at E3 or something. Because it sounds like the DLC pass, definitely what they said from the season pass is you'll definitely get 2 characters, you'll get extra costumes, you'll get uh, colors and all kinds of extra. Oh, and a new game mode. So I think the one in the summer is going to have a new game mode, and then the one in the winter and the one in the spring are going to have characters.
Oh, for free? Like a game mode for free?
Well, no, those are the one. Yeah, the game mode. No, the game mode is going to come with the DLC, with the pass.
Oh, okay. What kind of game mode is that?
I don't know. They hadn't said it yet.
Like a Tekken Force
They hadn't said
Duos
it.
or something?
It could be bowling. It could be Tekken Ball, which I actually enjoyed. I loved the crap out of that game.
I almost enjoyed every mini game they had from every Tekken
Punch
series.
it.
Tekken Ball, yeah.
He loves Tekken Ball.
I forgot who was top tier. I just remember doing like jump kicks were really good.
Yeah.
And
I just remember just playing with Paul and trying to do his
Step Fist.
punch with it every time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember doing like Flames with True Ogre just to see what it goes on. And it just pushes it away, which is actually really good because sometimes it'll just go high up in the air.
Yeah.
And some people couldn't get it.
And you couldn't get it, yeah.
And Yoshimitsu, if you use like back one, his I don't know what they call it, desperation moves, where it's like he does like a little charge up and he hits with the sword.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
he
that.
tried out with the ball destroys and he gets hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
I never noticed that before, or I just forgot. But yeah, I don't know what mode it is. They hadn't said what mode it is. They hadn't said what characters. They have said is costumes and stuff and are going to be in there. But that's in the season pass. But he's also said they're going to be classic characters that are going to be released over time too. So if I had to guess, probably like Lei,
Mokujin.
I hope not, but yeah, possibly.
It's just a wood model. Let's not give him any animations. Get other characters. And we gotta have that wood clunk sound effects. That takes work.
Well, yeah.
So when you hit Mokujin, it makes a little wood clunk noise. I just find that funny.
But he would be free if he was one of the free ones. But I think that's what folks. There's confusion there. But from what Harada has said, that's what I picked up. That the season pass are going to be 2 characters, but there's still going to be other characters for free. Because he said a couple of times that he wants the classic characters to be free, and then the season pass is just going to help them support the game throughout. Because I think folks forget what happened with Tag 2. They had the whole Tekken League thing.
I haven't followed that.
Okay, well, in Tag 2, they started this whole Tekken League thing. They had their own servers, and it was going to be great. All the players could get in there, and you get points, and you play online tournaments and all this, that, and the other. And Namco spent all this money on it, and nobody used it. And so, because he was giving away a lot of free stuff, because he's always said he hates stuff like season pass and DLC and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then Tag 2 comes out, and he was trying to support the game after launch. And first, the game didn't sell quite as well as they were wanting it to. And then, when they ran out of money, they did the server thing that a lot of folks didn't really use because, again, they didn't sell as much as they were hoping it would. And so they had to shut it down within like 2 or 3 months after it came out because they couldn't afford it anymore. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why he's like, yeah. So we're going to do a season pass this time, and hopefully the season pass will fund the rest of the support that he wants to do. So with that, you still get the free characters, and then there's only 2 characters and an extra game mode in the season pass. So I don't think it's that bad, personally. But a lot of folks are like
Is it
pretty
worth
upset
the
about
price? What's the pricing on it?
$25
For how many characters?
for 2 new characters, 1 new game mode, and a bunch of extra stuff, costumes and stuff like that. Those are the big things. They might announce even more stuff with it.
$25 for 2 characters
And a new game mode,
a new game mode,
amongst other things. But you're also getting free stuff throughout too.
I mean, the costumes, they can add up, but it depends on how many costumes you're getting.
See, I'm almost thinking that game mode is going to be the second try at that Tekken League thing, that they'll actually have money to support this time.
I mean, they have the tournament thing that was advertised on the trailer. Is that what it is?
I don't know. I hadn't seen I don't think I saw the newest trailer.
Yeah,
Was it on there?
they had this little they had online modes, so and there was like a tournament mode they had. That was
Uh,
double elimination, and you can get lots of like in-game currency called fight money, also. So
so
I don't know what the
yeah,
new mode is.
yeah, they need to come out and clarify all of that. I mean, I guess they need to do that soon. The game comes out in what, 3 weeks?
And didn't they say that was like only for PS4?
What?
Like the costumes with Jin Kazama, like the Tekken 4 one, was that is season pass, right?
I don't know.
Or is that pre-order bonus? I think that's a pre-order bonus.
Pre-order bonus is the vampire girl character.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay. I thought it included the old Tekken costumes.
it might. I only know about the character, but that might come with the season pass.
Yeah.
I
So
need to go back and
I
watch
always
that
thought
video.
that Tekken 4 Jin costume was like one of the best ones out there. I was like, they brought it back, which was cool, but then I realized it
Oh,
was
that's
like,
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whereas it was like I think it was only pre-order or it was season pass, which
It might be a pass thing. That would make sense because they did say it would be a lot of costumes in the season pass with each drop. Like I said, the pass is going to have three specific drops with the free characters mixed in throughout. So depends on who the characters are. I want to say they said, well, I think folks are speculating it's going to be at least 5 free characters, and then the stuff in the pass too. So I think that's a pretty good mix. You get free stuff and paid stuff. I'm hearing some companies are kind of stopping the whole season pass thing.
really?
Because it's turning out for like these bigger games, they're not making as much money from a season pass as they would just selling the DLC outright. And then you got games like Halo 5, which I know I talk about a lot, but that seems to be the game that's, to me, has gotten DLC and post-launch stuff right the whole time. All of it's free. All of it. It's like, here's some new maps, here's some new game modes. I mean, they've added so much stuff to that game for free. I've never paid a dime for it, and I've been able to.
Rainbow Six Siege is kind of like that too now.
I've never
Like-
paid more than the $450 I paid for because I got the Halo edition Xbox with the game, but that's beside the point. I've never paid more than just for the base game because all the expansion packs were free. You can earn in-game money to buy other stuff. They use these little cards.
Consistently, right?
Yeah.
Not like Street Fighter 5.
No, not like
Yeah,
Street
'cause
Fighter 5 at all.
I've been for like 4 months.
See,
to
I
get it.
was excited for Street Fighter 5 because I thought, it
Yeah.
might be like might be like Halo 5, and it's pretty cool. I just casually play Halo 5 two or three times a week, and I'm able by the weekend I play for like an hour or two or whatnot if I can, and then I'll realize, I got enough money to buy some more stuff. Oh, cool, I got all this awesome stuff, and all the DLC is free, but the stuff you can get with the in-game money, you can also buy outright. So die-hard Halo 5 guys, they don't mind spending 10, 15, $100 on these cards to get access to better tanks and vehicles and stuff like that in online mode. Meanwhile, casual guys like me, I don't have to pay a dime, and I get all the same stuff. But Halo, they made so much money from when the game first came out from folks buying those cards. They were like, well, we can just do all the DLC for free. We've already made money. The first year of Halo 5 Online, they made more money just from allowing folks to buy the cards than they did on any DLC pack they've ever done for any other Halo game 1 to 4. 1 to Reach, I guess. So they're like, why are we doing this DLC and season pass crap? We're just going to keep doing this now. And other companies are seeing that. You got the new EA Star Wars Battlefront 2. They're doing away with the pass thing. Most of the DLC is going to be free, and I'm sure they're going to have stuff that you can still buy, but all the DLC packs are going to be free. Here's some new stuff.
So
So
where's
they're
their
trying to
income coming from?
micro transactions, being able to buy other stuff.
That's
So-
how I'd imagine how it should work. Like for Tekken, I would think like Tekken should
Well,
try
yeah.
something like that where
Yeah,
you just buy
they're-
costumes.
Yeah,
cosmetics. Like,
definitely. You'll still be able to buy
Like honestly, why don't they?
the other stuff.
Why do you know like for Ken for Street Fighter 5? Why you can't just buy a paper bag for his face? I'd buy it.
Oh
So-
my god!
I
That
mean,
would be
that's
amazing.
easy money.
That
Space
is
is
easy
bad.
money, but that would also be Capcom kind of making fun of themselves, and I think they don't want to do that right now, particularly not with this game, with their flagship game that they screwed up so bad. But
Pre-alpha.
uh, but God, that would be hilarious. That would be great.
I'd like it.
Just a
I'd mean
straight
it.
paper, but everybody would buy that. You could charge $5 for it, and I guarantee you,
I'd buy it. It'd be the first
every
time.
next 10 online
It'd
would
be the
have
first
it.
time I ever bought something off their DLC list.
Uh-huh. Yep. But
But yeah, I like the microtransactions. I don't have a problem with it
yeah,
because
and
it's not
instead
something
of,
that affects really gameplay stuff, right? Most of the time.
most of the time, yeah. Now in Halo, it kind of is.
But you can kind of work for it
But
if you want to.
but the big difference is everybody has access to it. So the guy that pays $100 to get those cards, he just doesn't have to play for
A long period of time, he'll just get it.
Yeah.
It's usually the guy that probably doesn't have much time to get into
Right.
sometimes. Also.
yeah. And I'm like that too, but I
Yeah.
just play it purely for fun. And but the amount of money that you get stuff just for turning on the game every day. It's like, hey, you played our game today. Here's some free stuff. And it's like, this is awesome. If Street Fighter V did that, where it gave you like a color or something just for turning on the game once a week.
Because
Hey, here's
Overwatch
color
like that too, right?
14
heavy.
for somebody, huh?
Overwatch is very microtransaction heavy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure
It
is.
felt-
They
it
got
felt
the
like
little
it.
loot box things.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get stuff like that, and that's kind of how that works too. You'll buy the cards. I usually save up enough in-game currency where I can buy like two or three gold cards every couple weeks or every month now, and then you get the card and it shows you what all is in there, and it's like, oh cool, I got a new tank and I got another wraith and I got a new gun and I got access to this gun now and I can do all this other cool stuff. So.
Yeah.
If Street Fighter 5, I think did that. Like I said, just for turning on the game once a week, you open up a new color for somebody. Play the game so many times a month, and you get like a fight money bonus. Here's 500 extra bucks for playing the game 5 times in the last month, or something like that. Something, because the way they have it now is just like you don't really get hardly anything for playing. If you're not a hardcore good player of the game, you're not getting anything.
Yep. Pretty
Especially
much.
online, you get your little $50 for winning the game. Then what DLC character costs what? 70,000?
100,000.
100,000? See, what's 100,000 divided by 50? So
Fight money, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. 100,000.
yeah. So what's that? You got to win 200 times.
Yep.
Just
Really?
to be able to afford one, and if you're just a
200
casual
times?
guy, yeah, for 100,000, is that not right? I mean, I am an accountant.
I believe you.
Hold on a second. Now I got to check. But either way, you fight that many fights. If you're not good at the game, oh, excuse me, I was wrong. 2,000 times. If you're not any good at the game,
How are you going to play 2,000 games?
you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, you might, but if you're just
Yeah,
a casual
in-
guy
in-
playing
in
the
4
game,
months?
you're not going to win that many fights.
Yeah. What adds up probably is like all these challenges, but like,
Yeah, which is why I play them as much as I can so I can get as much free stuff as I can.
yeah, but even with like the challenges, you get like what? Maybe at most 7,000?
Sometimes you'll get like over 10, but most
Really?
time it's between like 6 and 7.
Yeah. So it's like
6 and 8
and
usually.
it updates weekly, right? So it's
Yeah.
like 7,000 weekly.
Yeah,
So it's
somewhere
like
around there,
you,
and
you,
even
you
then,
still would have to wait like 2 months just for it
just
to add
doing
up.
that. Yep. And once you beat the story mode, once you beat survival mode, once you beat everybody's story modes, and they give you a bunch up front, but
Yeah.
then you'll learn pretty quick. Once that's over, you're pretty much up the creek. You have to spend
because
money.
you can get through easy and normal survival mode, and I think most people could do that fine. Hard mode's where it gets tough,
Oh, yeah.
but easy, normal, you do that. You do story mode, the extra version and normal version. You do
Uh-huh.
all the character stories.
Yeah.
You have enough to buy every character for season 1 if you don't splurge out money for costumes or stages.
Yep.
You will have enough for that. What's concerning is after season
After,
1.
exactly.
So then you can't really invest for it. So that's where I'm getting a little picky with this, because like I think there should be like a fight money increase.
There should be, and hopefully they will announce one at E3.
Yeah. And what's worse is the Capcom Pass.
Oh yeah. The CFN
Okay.
pass.
That daily challenge stuff, the added 2 challenges, I don't see why they're not in the season pass. That's
Yeah.
or character pass. Sorry.
I say, character pass, sir. Character pass. They're
Is
not
this
telling you that you're getting anything more than a character in that character pass that they
is
went
this
and
the
changed
first
the name
company
from.
that ever did something like that? They just called not a season pass. They just go ahead and
Went
call
back
it.
and changed it. Well, the season 1 was called a season pass.
Yes, it was.
And I remember I noticed they changed the name to Character Pass when I went to go buy the second Character Pass for season 2 when I got the second Fight Club account.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in there and I was like, oh, Character Pass. I was, wait, what? Because I had to buy, 1 and 2. And I was like, when did they changed it to Character Pass? Huh, that's interesting. Oh, because I bet you folks complain. It's like if I bought a season pass, why am I not getting all the DLC from season 1? Which I'm sure somebody said, and Capcom went, you're right. Character Pass. Done.
Job is done.
Exactly.
Here's your pay grade of juicy fruit. Done.
So, yeah. How do we even... Oh, that's right. We were talking about the...
Microtransactions.
Yeah.
With Tekken, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Tekken.
Tekken 7, I don't think is really microtransaction. It's starting to look like Street Fighter 5 stuff now, but without the fight.
Well, see, that was my argument. I don't think it's as bad.
Yeah, my guess it's going to be like a season pass thing, but it's also going to try to do microtransactions. I think
They're definitely going to have a season pass, and I believe I read that you'll definitely be able to buy separate stuff separately too. So you don't have to get the season pass, but there's certain things that are only going to be that you can only buy, and then there's certain things that you'll get for free. Because like I said, he really doesn't like the idea of DLC, but after what happened to him in Tag 2, he's just like, screw it, we're going to have to do it this way, I'm sorry.
I wonder how things screwed up for Tekken Tag 2. I never got to talk to any like Tekken heavy players around that time, or Tag.
Yeah, I don't know. All the ones I knew bought it and loved it, but apparently just didn't.
Yeah, I heard more good things about it. Like,
yeah, I believe everybody enjoyed the game. I guess it just didn't catch on with like the more casual audience. I'm trying to think of what time of year it came out, because that was the first tournament that we ran. Technically, was Tekken Tag 2 the weekend that the game came out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I mean, we had really good turnout for it, and everybody was just in love with the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just overall sales weren't. They might have planned to sell 4 million copies of it and only sold 2 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I know folks think, oh well, 2 million, 2 mil, that's still a lot of copies sold. Yeah, but when you pay Snoop Dogg for a song and you got to recoup that cost, you needed to get the 4. So that happened. And like I said, after he got burned to giving all the free stuff away in Tag 2 and then doing that big mode thing, and that he ended up having to shut down, I know he was upset about that. So I know in his mind, the whole season pass and DLC and paid DLC stuff is to help
support.
Yeah.
Whatever they're going to do for the future.
Pay for post-launch.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And they delayed the game pretty well enough to the point that I would think at start it should be good, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Like I said, I hadn't really been into a Tekken game like really since Tekken 2. I did like Tag 2 a lot, and
Tekken 2 was pretty boss.
Yeah, I do everybody's 10-hit combos. Yeah, everybody. Some characters had 2 10-hit combos back then, didn't they?
I think it was 3.
Was it 3?
Kazuya had 3, I thought.
Did he?
Yeah.
I knew him back then. I was crazy.
And right now, I only know is only one of us, and then the other one was like with Law and Paul, I think.
Mm-hmm. My character was June back in the day.
Oh, and Yoshimitsu. Jun Kazama? Oh, yeah.
Yep. And that's kind of why I got out of it, because after 3 came out, it's like none of the characters I played in 2 were in there anymore. None of them. They were all gone. I played with June, Ganryu, and Wong. Wong.
Wong Jinrei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not a one of them was in 3, and I was like, well, crap.
Yeah, Tekken
And
3 was like Third Strike in a way, almost.
it kind of was, yeah.
or
I
Street
mean,
Fighter 3, yeah.
it was great. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Yeah, surprisingly, it was actually like memorable.
Oh yeah.
Like,
it was. I mean, it was awesome, and I got tired of folks telling me, "Oh, just play with Jin. He's kind of like June." No.
it's like Kazuya.
Just because he has
June.
like 2 moves from
he
June
only has,
doesn't
like,
make
what,
him like
2
June.
moves, I think.
Yeah. He was more like what's his
It
name?
was like only. It was like only 4-1 was like one only. 4-1 and down 3-4.
Yep,
that was
that's
like
it.
the 2 memorable ones.
That was it. That's what made him just like June. So yeah.
And the rest is like mainly Mishima related.
Mhm. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it.
And the long combo is kind of different. That's when they started to do like the whole. Yeah, I think he had to delay it. Like when you do Toward, I think you had to delay for Jin Kazama, whereas Tekken 2 and 1,
Oh, yeah,
you just do Toward, then do the move.
Yeah.
Because it came out like as a different thing.
Yeah, all that crap.
Yeah.
And where the hell is Gone, man? I want to play as Gone again.
Gone, yes. He wasn't even in the arcade version.
Nah, no, yeah.
Oh, what's funny was June was in the arcade version in the files. Like you can see a picture of Jun Kazama, and the voice says Jun Kazama,
Really?
but the model is not in the game.
Oh, I wonder why they ended up cutting her out. That's why that's one of the reasons I really love
I
Tag
thought the story
2.
was he died.
Yeah, story-wise,
older.
she died, yeah. But not before getting banged by Kazuya, apparently. Which is still weird. Still trying to figure out how that happened. You evil man, I must stop you. Then what happened? I'm not even going to go any further. But yeah, it's just I still don't understand how that happened. But I love that she was back in Tag 2. And then I loved also how you fought her and then she turned into
Unknown.
Yeah, Unknown. I did not know that was going to happen until the first time I played through the arcade mode.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, Unknown's in the game too. This is amazing. That game was so good. Story-wise, I know it's like, doesn't really count canon-wise and everything. But, and then, Tekken 5, they start bring other characters back to life.
Oh, yeah.
Bake and
I think that happens. I
Kickboxer
think that serves a spot for one
Bruce.
of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce and Bake were brought back to life. Who I loved, Bruce. I thought he was awesome. I loved him in
Bruce
2.
Irvin. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he was fucking good in Tekken 2. He had Lee had a low attack at the uppercut that did like 80% damage.
Yep. And I was so mad when they introduced what's his name? The zombie guy that had a lot of Bruce's moves.
Zombie guy?
Yeah, well, that's why I always saw him as zombie guy.
I called him like some gothic dude.
Yeah.
Dragunov.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The grappler,
guy.
right?
The other guy. The guy with Bruce's moves.
When? What Tekken game?
Tekken 3 since.
I'm just gonna say random names. Ogre.
It was 4. No. The guy he laughs all the time.
Brian Fury.
Brian Fury.
Yes.
That's it. I was
That
furious
guy.
the first time I saw Brian Fury. It's like, why didn't you just put Bruce back in the game? I hate it when you put another character in the game but give him an old character's moves. That's why I hated Street Fighter 3 the first time I saw it. It's like, this is stupid. Why didn't you got a character that can stretch and make himself electrified and everything? Why didn't you just put Blanca and Dawson back in the game?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I always had a thing.
Hey, one of them 12 can transform to other characters. How did that go?
Yeah.
It still was ended up pretty bad.
Well, he wasn't introduced till Third Strike, and I was over it by then. I actually liked Second Impact a lot. I thought Second Impact had like the story in that game made me care about Street Fighter 3 at that point.
Second Impact. I actually liked the design around it more. It felt, it was pretty nice.
No, yeah, it was awesome. Plus,
Ibuki and Son was top tier too.
Plus Andor was in there, so I was.
Oh yeah, Hugo.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, Hugo. I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Hugo was. Andor final.
Well, that's why I was. Yeah. He's one of the Andors to me.
He was all kind of a new generation also, the first one, but like you had to like use a cheat.
Yeah,
like
he was,
name cheat.
He was cut out of it.
Yeah, you can just see like his outlines still in place, and I don't think he even has hitboxes, but he had normals.
Yeah, but Second Impact was pretty good, and then Third Strike was. I mean, obviously, it was an amazing game.
And Second Impact had links too. I think some character was able to do like stand strong with Ken, and then you could do like light crouch jab. I think.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it was like that. Then Third Strike could just cut it out. So it's like no links. If you're gonna have links, it's gonna be mainly for super cancels.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know you can link into supers and stuff.
Yeah, like you can do like overhead and back beam kick with Ken into super sometimes.
Yeah, that game was serious. What's the word I'm looking for here? Whatever. It was like really tight execution.
Oh yeah, one hit confirms and all that.
Yeah, that's just,
Yeah, you had to do well. Shun can do late confirms kind of. Ken's pretty hard, but yeah, it is hard. Makoto's dumb. Could stun from one hit. All he just needs one command grab, you win.
Yeah. Don't get grabbed. Okay, so Tekken 7 is coming out. Should be pretty fun. It's going to have a season pass and DLC.
Yep.
Deal with it. Now that's coming out for Steam too, right?
Yep. But
I love how all these games are coming out on Steam too. This is amazing.
Yeah, I love it. just when I get the PS4.
Yeah. That's right. He finally broke down and got a PS4. Everything comes out for Steam now.
Not upset about it at all.
Yeah. All right.
Well, it wouldn't matter anyway because like Persona 5 would probably never come to PC. So
probably not.
That's worth it.
Probably not. Like I said, that's a niche game, and I don't see. Well, I mean,
Persona.
You get a lot of those games coming out though, but I don't think Persona itself will.
Persona's a niche game, or you're talking about these games?
Well, like the fighting game or the RPG?
I'd say both.
Has Atlas released a lot of games on Steam? Have they released any games on Steam? NIS has. They started putting their games on there.
Atlas did post a PC game. I don't know what it's one of those JRPG games. It's not Persona, but I'm pretty sure they did one Steam game.
You sure it's not NIS?
It's not NIS.
Because they started putting all
their
stuff on.
I know NIS do like visual novels. And they put it out there.
Well, NIS has done. They put like the Disgaea series on there.
Yeah.
Phantom Brave. Some of the newer games they're about to put on there pretty soon. So I know they're doing it, but I can't think of one Atlas game. I never really looked either.
Who did Valkyria Chronicles?
Sega. Yeah.
Never mind. That's something I would have to look into. Maybe they just don't like doing PC games.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If they did once, it probably was not something they just stick with it.
Atlas is really big about protecting their
console player base.
Well, protecting their IPs from folks being able to get it for free.
Yeah.
And then, folks stealing stuff on PC is a real thing. Because, again, they're a very small company. They're a very small company that deals in a niche type of deal, So they're selling stuff. They're selling stuff that they're not going to sell a whole lot of, but that's what they depend on folks buying it. And thankfully, the stuff that they sell have a pretty good base that, will pay for it. But the second, you get a third of the folks playing your game didn't buy it, then you're out of business. And they're very acutely aware of that.
Yeah.
So that's why they're very strict about it. That's why, their games, they try not to make them, what was that? One of the personas, they didn't let it, they
the streaming issue?
Oh, well, yeah, there was that too. But, was it Persona 4?
Oh yeah, region locking the Persona 4 Arena.
Yeah, the region locked it.
Yeah, it's the only PS4 games that was region locked.
Yep, they region locked it. And that was because they didn't want American folks buying the Japanese version. They didn't want the Japanese folks buying the American version, or either one of us buying the Chinese version. They wanted the money from each one that they released there, because they didn't want to deal with any kind of exchange rates where they're not getting their full $60 or 80,000 yen or whatever, and everything like that. Again, they are acutely aware of what kind of business they are, and they want every red cent they can get. I can understand that.
Yeah.
So KOF, Steam, right after you get a PS4. Finally coming out on Steam. You're happy, aren't you? It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
They hadn't said when in June, but it's finally coming out on Steam in June, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's good news. I'm curious if it's gonna like have less input delay than PS4.
I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, if it's anything like KOF 13 was to the PS3 version
PC
or
was
the Xbox 360 version,
PC was just better.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
in the consoles, in terms of online play, it
oh
was
God,
much better.
it was so much better. God, KOF 13 was
KOF
so bad
13 was
online.
KOF 13 on console was nearly unplayable, and then KOF 12 online was non-existent.
Yeah,
It was there, but
I never even played 12, so
it's bad when you say it's worse than Calera. You heard of Calera? That was how MAME or arcade emulators used to play online
okay.
before GTPO
Uh-huh.
and all that. There's Calera. It was client based, and that was like the decent thing to play online like at the time.
Uh-huh.
I know there's like other things, but Calera was like the main one at the time before GDPO was around. You even had to play that for Third Strike early on because GDPO didn't get Third Strike in it at the time. And then like after like 2 months or so, then all of a sudden GDPO came to raise and that was in. And yeah, got a lot better since. But yeah, KOF 12, that's like saying you go online, you wait minutes, then you just disconnect. It just couldn't handle it.
That good,
Like
huh?
you couldn't play anything off of it. It was bad.
I guess it makes sense. They hadn't at that point. They hadn't made a game in how many years? The fact that they
Yeah.
got back together, even made one, and then have to try to make it online. Because I don't think any of the Maximum Impact games were online, were they? No, they were all PS2 games. Yeah,
Nah.
yeah, it wasn't no online then. Well, technically it was.
Some
but
were,
that was
like-
doing
But there weren't many.
it. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what are like some of the notable ones.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised I didn't play online gaming for PS2 as much as I should. The only games I remember playing online was like Mortal Kombat Deception. That was it.
I don't think I played any games on PS4 online. PS2.
PS2.
Excuse me. Yeah.
There was that SOCOM versus Navy SEALs. That was like the big thing. I
Oh
remember
yeah, that
hearing
was
about.
big. Yeah.
But I never bought the game. Never tried it.
Hmm.
It was like third person shooter, right?
Yeah. God, yeah. Those games were huge back then. I forgot
Yeah.
all about SOCOM series. Why the hell hasn't Sony made a new one of those? I wonder.
Oh.
I guess they figured why compete with better stuff.
I think it'd be interesting to see third person shooter competitiveness. But then again, it probably might be outclassified like first person shooting now.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people just say it's just overall better experience, maybe. I don't know.
It'd be cool if they tried it again. I could see them doing it like on their handheld just to get some folks to buy that thing.
Yeah. The
But
Vita.
yeah. But yeah, so it's coming out in June. That's cool. Did you hear about the Chizuru thing?
Chizuru?
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, that girl. Yeah, the white dress girl.
Yeah.
I heard about it, but I didn't look up information about it.
So apparently they showed, like, I saw a picture from the big announcement of that thing where they announced that KOF is going to be on Steam, and they were showing sprites for all the characters behind the guy speaking, and sure enough, like the top left, there she was. It's like, that looks like Chizuru, but she's not in this game. The hell is that all about?
Where it was most of the characters already in KOF 14.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So
Was
obviously
this based
it's
off
like,
of that RPG KOF that came out.
no, this was the fighting game they were talking about.
Okay, because the RPG KOF that came lately for like phones or something like that, they use
That came out like a few years ago, though, didn't it?
no, it came
Oh, there's
like
a newer one.
a couple like months ago. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they used the same renders for KOF 14 on this, and they had some characters that weren't there using the KOF 14 style renders as well.
And I wonder if they just pull those and
They
she
might.
was in that batch and there it was.
They might.
Wow. Everybody could be getting excited because a bunch of folks think that she might be the first character in the next batch of DLC characters.
Maybe.
But then I heard this weird thing that's going around too, where they're saying that apparently SNK sold off all of their pachinko business
Really?
and the IPs and stuff that they made in those.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, here's the thing. The word going around is when they sold it off, they also sold off the characters that were attached to those games.
Ooh.
So that's Love Heart,
Yeah,
Mui Mui,
that's trouble.
and
Love Heart's cool though. I like her. That Terry girl, a girl that looks like Terry.
yeah,
Switch
yeah.
genders or something stupid.
yeah.
What's her name?
So
Ashley. It starts with an A.
now some folks were saying when the Steam version comes out, those characters won't be in the game anymore.
What?
Yeah, and I don't believe it either because it's like I'm pretty sure somebody could think a little further ahead and go, wait, still need to be able to use these characters in this one game, and just write that in the contract or something. But some folks are saying that
aren't you good at like how rules work, laws work? Is there a gray area for that?
I mean, if that's in the contract that they own the rights to them, but I mean,
I'd imagine if it's intact, it's the same game. As long as it's the same game ported, it should be the same.
it should be, but I don't know how the rights work out there. But folks are saying that SNK will no longer have the rights to use those characters. When the Steam version comes out in June, they're going to pull those characters out, put Chizuru and 2 characters from Samurai Showdown in. Now, sounds like they're just pulling that out of their butts to me, personally. And I know SNK is still, kind of rebuilding and everything like that, but I'm pretty sure they have an attorney somewhere smart enough to go, and we need the rights to these characters for this one game for the next 25 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody was smart enough to say that.
Yeah.
Because that would be weird. It's like, hey, everybody, we're going to patch your game and just remove a few characters.
There were some games like that in the past, weren't there? Oh,
I want to say there
Vampire
was.
Vampire Savior.
When did they do that?
So, sequels of that game, of the Darkstalker series,
Uh-huh.
I really have trouble organizing that game.
Yeah, it was
So
Vampire Savior, and all that stuff.
I think Japanese is the one you could get less confused with, I think. Because they go by numbers.
I think the Japanese is the more confusing one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's when they called their second game like Vampire Savior.
Yeah. Because
The original
the
was called,
first
like,
one was
Vampire,
Darkstalkers Everywhere, wasn't it? And then the second one I thought was Vampire.
Oh, yeah, Darkstalkers, Vampire, and Vampire Savior.
Vampire Savior, yeah.
But there's like a second version of the third one,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, I think that's Vampire Savior.
Yeah, there's.
I can't remember. It's all. I used to know it back then because I used to be that guy in the arcade. Is like, well, this game is actually called Vampire Savior in Japan, guys.
Yeah.
But
So there's a difference. So the life bar on the one that's mostly known, Vampire Savior,
uh-huh.
the one that's competitively played mostly.
Yeah.
It has, I think, it has green health, right?
I think
green
so.
life bars.
I think so.
So there's another version ahead of that has blue life bars. And I don't know what that's supposedly the next version after that, but that version took away characters and put in new ones from the previous versions of Vampire, because they cut it out some characters from the past too as well. And the character select screen looks the same. The music's the same from those three.
You know what characters they replaced?
If I look up now, then yes. But I know the big one was, I think, like some characters that came up in my mind was the dog guy.
They took him out of it, or they put him in.
I think they took him out.
Huh.
All right, I'm gonna search up right now.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. But I was thinking about other games like that.
Vampire Savior 2.
Vampire Savior 2 should have been Darkstalkers 3.
They omitted John Taliban. That's the dog.
John Talbane, yeah.
So, and I'm guessing Vampire Savior 2 is the one with the blue life bars, right?
Sure. Let's say yes.
I'm Juggernaut.
Thanks for the follow. It was like I can't remember. It's been so long.
Just a reminder, I need to switch to Wi-Fi when I get here. The reception's kind of bad that I can't get the images. But I mean, the only differences I know is the dog guy was omitted.
Mm-hmm.
The life bars turned blue, and some of the changes people said it was for the worse. so they didn't like it. I guess in terms of like movement, I don't know. I I'm just surprised they didn't like try to like see how far they can get with the game in terms of competing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with Alpha Upper, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper.
Oh yeah.
You had a couple characters that came in, right? But like nobody gave it a shot for competition. I think it was because Evil Ryu and Sin Goki or Sin Akuma was in, and you could select them, and that caused problems.
I don't think I mean, was anybody really playing Street Fighter by the time those games came out? I think that was during like the
No, in
dead
Japan.
days.
Japan, they were still playing Alpha 3.
Oh, well, Japan, yeah.
But that's the problem. Why didn't they move to Upper? And I think the problem was Sin Goki and Evil Ryu were playable. Like
Maybe.
you could just go to character select screen, move to the cursor, and pick them. There wasn't like no code. Like yeah, Super Turbo, yeah, there's a code you could get it,
Uh-huh.
and it's like frowned upon soft ban. But like they were in the character select screen. You could pick them. You didn't have to memorize some code.
Did they fix any of the bugs that was in Alpha 3? Nobody wanted to deal with that?
I think they took out the.
Like the infinites and stuff like that?
I think they did something to that. Yeah.
That's why nobody played it. I guarantee you.
Because it changed the game so much.
Yes, they probably changed everybody was so used to that. Vism. Hit activate hit game. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. But
Great game.
but going back to
KOF.
I can't imagine that would happen. I hope it's not going to happen. I hope it's just like what you were saying, and they just pulled up artwork from another game and just didn't think that they accidentally put a character that's not in the game, and that's all it was. I hope it's actually a second batch of DLC characters, and she might be one of the first ones. That will be cool too.
I would have to read up on that because I just saw the picture and the headline, so I just never look at it. I didn't get it. I just saw the word Chizuru, and I was like, I thought this was like a combo video or something. But then I saw KOF 14. I was like, oh, maybe there's something really KOF 14. I don't see reveal, so I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
That's how I was.
Yeah, we won't really know until they say something. But I guess we'll find out in June.
Yep.
One way or the other. You turn on your game and old
Love
Heart.
Where is he?
Where's Love Heart?
I want my Sagat Low Fierce.
So, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. All right, so
I didn't care about the Minnie Mouse girl or the girl or some girl that's female version of Terry. I like Love Heart. She was better.
Oh yeah, she was
It's not
definitely
my
the best
team,
of all
but
those
I
characters.
think I liked her the most.
Yep. So now we got Injustice 2 coming out Tuesday.
People already got the game.
Yeah, some folks are already playing it right
And
now.
what do they call it? Mom and pop shops?
Yeah.
That doesn't exist around here in the South, I think. Unless you're like Texas.
There's a few.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me the insights. I need it now.
It's
As far as I
funny.
know, Mississippi doesn't have that. South Mississippi, at least.
It's funny. Even some of the ones that you think are turns out to be like why am I drawing a blank right now? Like a string of stores, you think, oh, this is cool, and then you find out there's like 45 of them across the country and everything. So, but yeah, I'm pretty excited to play that next week. You got anybody you're eyeballing to kind of main, or you waiting until it comes out?
Probably Deadshot.
Deadshot. Oh yeah.
I was thinking of the fire guy too because I didn't know Firestorm. I think his name. I didn't know
Yeah.
if he was gonna be the better zoner because I think he had like something he could stick on the floor that did like more damage or something like that.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I might stick with Deadshot.
I don't know who I'm going to play with.
Who'd you play in the first one?
Doomsday, Superman.
Doomsday had the cheap overhead stuff, right? Why
It
not find
wasn't cheap. You could block it.
try it online though.
Hey,
It's
whatever,
unblockable
man.
online.
If you didn't know how to block it, that was your fault. That was on you.
I know how to block it offline, not online.
That was on you, not me. But yeah, it's like the closest thing I've seen to Doomsday is actually Swamp Thing. Look like he has a lot of Doomsday's moves, shoulder charge and stuff like that. But besides that, I'm interested in Darkseid. Actually, looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Joker's face. What's your opinion with that? Because
well, I'm
in
wondering
my opinion,
story-wise, is he even going to be in the story because he's dead in this world? And I'm thinking his face is
yeah,
different because that's not him
probably.
personally. And so I'm wondering. I think that's why he was the last character that they showed. He may not even be in the story, but they couldn't leave the Joker out of the game.
How did he die in the first one?
Superman killed him. That's what caused the whole Injustice timeline.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah.
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 That's like a very beginning.
Damn. Yeah. So, and this is still, from my understanding, this is still the world from the first Injustice. So, yeah. So the Joker's still deader than dead, and we're not going to get, Earth 52 characters this time. It's just going to be the Injustice world this time. So, who the hell is this guy? And why is
He does
calling
look
himself
different.
the Joker? He looks very different. Now, of course, the whole system is different, so that makes sense. But I just wonder who he's gonna end up being. Is it gonna be like a Jason Todd Joker type thing, or because Red Hood is in the game too? It's one of the DLC characters, isn't he? Yeah.
Red Hood, Sub-Zero, and
No, Starfire.
Starfire.
Yeah. So who do you think the other ones? I mean, there's two characters that were in on the sides who were obvious.
Raiden.
Well, obviously, yeah. That was obviously Raiden on the right side, and it's obviously Black
Someone in a white suit.
Manta.
Is that the one in the white suit?
No, that's the guy with the big head.
Okay,
big
someone
helmet on.
was making rumors of like the guy from the white suit with like weapons. I don't know who that was in DC Universe.
White suit with weapons?
Yeah,
It's not Arsenal, is it? No.
I think maybe that was like a rumor I saw like on the right side.
I don't think
One that
Arsenal
looks
wears
like-
white, though. Who would? White suit with weapons. I don't know. I know some folks are speculating, of course, and I have no idea who some of the other characters. One of the ones on the right side of it, the girl on the left looks like a girl, and then no, on the right side looks like a girl. Then the one on the left, some folks are saying that might be just let me get you into freaking Wi-Fi. Some folks are saying here, open up your Wi-Fi and I'll give you the password. Some folks are saying that might be Azrael.
That's the character.
Oh, Azrael, yeah, Azrael.
That's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They're saying they say that might be Azrael. It could be. At first glance, when I saw him, I was like, they're not gonna put another Mortal Kombat character in it because he kind of looks like the Rock guy from Mortal Kombat X. Trimmer.
Yeah,
That's the
Trimmer,
first thing
the
I
rock
thought.
guy.
As soon as I saw
Yeah.
the silhouette, that's the first thing I thought. But Azrael actually makes much more sense.
I wish I heard more of his rock puns.
The girl, I think some folks are saying she might be enchantress, which would be cool. So if that's Azrael and her, then we go to the other side, and then the other two, the little guy on the far left, folks are saying might be Beast Boy, which I was kind of surprised he wasn't in the game, to be honest. And then the one on the other side, I have no idea who that is. Absolutely no idea. But guess we'll find out at some point when Fight Pack 2 or 3 comes out, whichever Fight Pack they're a part of.
Yep, and someone was like rumoring like there might be another Mortal Kombat character on the left side.
What's that?
On the left side, a picture like some people were saying that was like Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah, some folks say, but yeah, it might be another Mortal Kombat. I don't want that.
I don't know.
I kind of hope not.
Yeah.
But
A lot of guest characters.
there's yeah.
Still remember when Scorpion came out from First Injustice. Nobody knew how to deal with the teleport punch, and it was practically hard.
I did immediately. I was killing every Scorpion online because all you had to do was hold down. All you had to do was hold down. You didn't have to cross up block anything. If you just held down, you blocked everything. So if you even thought Scorpion was going to teleport, hold down. He would teleport, you'd block it, and you punish the crap out of him.
The very first patches.
Yes. When he first came out, folks hated fighting me because all I did, I would just duck. And they'd be sitting there like, what the hell's he doing? And they realized when they teleport back, I'd block it. No matter what he did, it was an automatic block. It wasn't an overhead hit. So,
see, but the problem was,
block it.
Like, I guess it's when you play, like, when they do mids. So when they're close to you, then they do, like, lower mids.
Yeah, if they were close, then you did other stuff. But, like, if I even sniffed the idea that somebody was going to do a teleport, I just ducked. And then once they realized they couldn't do that, you beat them. Big deal.
Were you a projectile user?
No.
Doomsday. Doomsday wasn't really, Yeah. I know, like.
I wait for them to do that. I block it and just do the up-down thing over and over again until they stopped.
Yeah. The first time I got to play Scorpion was that CEO. That, who was it? Rio, I think.
What's this now?
When it was like CEO 2012. The first time I played Scorpion was in a tournament.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't really play the game much. And I made it like top 20.
Yeah,
something like that.
You did really good at CEO. I remember that.
Yeah, but I don't play the game much.
Yeah.
And I did better in that than I did in Street Fighter 4, I think. So. Anyways, makes no sense.
That was a Street Fighter 4 where you let that dude get that win.
Yeah.
Or replay the match.
Yeah.
I didn't see it live, but when I heard about what happened, I was like, "No, you idiot! Take the win! What is wrong with you?"
Yep.
Let him come back and win. God dang it, man! What did John say after you did that?
Pretty much the same thing.
Like, what are you doing? Who was that you played?
Kaneda.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Man, I'm trying to find the silhouette characters. That's got to be the images here. But there we go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, people are saying the girl on the far right may be Enchantress. That's obviously Raiden.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably Azrael.
Mm-hmm.
This guy on the far left is probably Beast Boy, and I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
But some folks are also saying that's Johnny Cage too. This one's a little brighter, but it's smaller. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With this one, I have no idea. Oh yeah, some folks saying it's Wildcat.
Wildcat. Huh.
Yeah, he's kind of he's not really a widely known DC character, but he's pretty cool. Like this old brawler guy who teaches like everybody in Justice League how to fight. Stuff like that. So, I mean, it kind of could be him, maybe. But,
probably.
like I said,
I don't know how a person looks like.
Who? Oh, Wildcat?
Yeah. Wildcat, yeah.
Here, I'll find a picture of him. But, there we go. That's him.
Probably.
See, he's got the little...
I remember.
The head kind of looks like him in the body, too, like really big muscular upper body and slim waist and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, that could be him. That's a good, yeah. That's him.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
cool.
Yeah, those could be it. But, yeah, I'm kind of interested in playing Grodd, too.
Some people were upset with Joker being announced too for some reason because they were like calling this like Batman the game.
That's like making I don't know.
Is like Batman really the Batman series mainly the poster boy of DC Universe in general?
It sells a lot.
Well, I mean, what does more sales, Superman series or Batman?
Batman.
Okay. Yeah. I'm more familiar with the Batman series overall, but
I think most folks are.
Yeah.
I mean, folks know who Superman is, but that's because everybody knows who Superman is. It's like Pac-Man at this point. Everybody knows who it is, even if you didn't play Pac-Man or read Superman or watch any of the films. You know who Superman is. But Batman is the one that everybody is like, yeah, he's cool. He's just a regular guy with money. So.
And back then, I wasn't really aware who was the main villain of Superman back then. That's how much I wasn't really familiar with Superman at the time. But
but you're weird.
Yeah.
um, but the Joker, I'm really interested to see if he's
He's
even
probably
in
gonna
the
be like a
story mode.
combination of like some of the later Joker
Yeah, he could be just
designs.
just another guy calling himself the Joker.
Probably.
If he's even in the story mode, what's Harley gonna do when she sees this new guy, or is it actually gonna be him found a way to come back to life somehow?
Hmm.
Maybe Brainiac brought him back to life just to mess everything up. 'Cause that seems like his MO in the story. So
Yeah.
let's make some stuff happen and see if I can mess everybody up. Now I'm gonna invade. That seems to be the crux of the story with him. So, and I wonder how soon after is everybody else gonna be able to get Dark Side.
Oh, the DLC
Yeah,
thing.
the I do
Oh,
hate
pre-order
that the
bonus thing.
pre-order bonus
Yeah.
characters. I mean, Tekken 7 is doing the same thing. I wonder when you'll be able to get
Vampire Lady.
yeah, when you'll be able to get her otherwise
Hmm.
if you don't get the day one edition. Well, technically it's the day one edition, so you can probably walk into a store and still get one of those. I did
Mm.
that with Soul Calibur 5. I bought that game like 3 months after it came out, and I still got the pre-order character because there was like a day one edition of that game, and it just
Mm.
came with the. It was a card that had the download code in there, so that's
Mm.
probably what they're gonna do for Tekken.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I'm excited about Justice 2. I can't wait to play it.
Hmm.
Can't wait to think I'm pretty good at it, and then play you and just throw my PS4 out the window. That's probably what's gonna happen.
That is if I don't go into character crisis. Well, actually, you're more in a character crisis because the Doomsday's not in the game.
Yeah, my main is gone. It doesn't look like he's coming back anytime soon either. So,
Yeah.
but like I said, I played Superman too, so Superman's still in there.
Yeah.
And I think I'll enjoy some of
He
these other
can't be bad.
characters. Like I said, I was happy to see Swamp Thing show up in it, and I said I'll try out Grodd and oh, the red guy. I can't believe I forgot his name. Shoots fire out of his
Inferno,
mouth.
something like that.
No. The Red Lantern, like the first Red Lantern. Damn it.
Firestorm?
Atrocious, Atrocitus.
Atrocitus. Okay.
Atrocitus. Yeah. I can't wait to try him out too. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Something different. Swamp Thing, him, Superman, Grodd. Yeah, and anybody else I want to try out.
I'll be fine with Green Lantern and if things don't work out with Deadsot, but I'm pretty sure Deadsot's gonna be fine. Probably better, maybe.
Maybe we'll
His
see.
trait looks better.
What is his trait?
Well, now he doesn't have to wait a long time to do the trait. Before it was like it's like he does a taunt on the screen for like 1 second or more, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like pretty much saying "hit me." That's how it was like in the
What's
old.
the trait though?
Okay, so his current trait is it's a quick startup thing, and he has three things he can do. He can poison his bullets. He can have more damage bullets or something like that. I forgot what magic trait it is. Then there was a blue electric one that causes knockdown and puts back.
Oh,
But I think the fact that the startup's really quick, that I think that's really useful. So
hmm.
before it was like with Deathstroke was like you had to wait a long time for it to be effective. It's like by the time you enable it, you're going to be like zoning, and a lot of times they're just going to be right up in front of you. So now it's like you can't zone, so it's like kind of a waste to do it. I mean, yeah, you could do a hard knockdown and do it, but it's not worth it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, so, yay, $200 coming out of my account next Tuesday.
All these DLC stuff.
Oh, well, at least I'm buying it all up front at I'm presuming a discount.
Discount?
Well, that's usually the idea of buying the season pass. You're usually saving some kind of money
Yeah, that's true.
over buying, and I couldn't afford all. I couldn't afford all three of the setups I was wanting to buy, so I'm only getting two of the Ultimate Edition.
Makes me miss the days of memory cards.
Yeah.
At least when I think when you I think don't want to make the claim, but I think like when Tekken 5 was going to do and stuff, I think you could do. I I think you could put your memory cards in and have your costume data loaded, so for tournaments if you wanted.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's pretty much the thing I was talking about the other time. I don't see why Capcom wasn't working with PS4 to do something similar,
Mhm.
so you can have your own like costume information, especially for Tekken. That'd be useful, but nah, they're not gonna do that. It's gonna be the same rules of use default costumes or else it's banned.
Probably. Oh yeah, with the gear system and everything, some folks want like gears used at like Evo and stuff like that. I'm like, I
There's
don't.
already claims for that. The game's not out, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I thought I mean, the universal consensus I thought was they want it out.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But a lot of folks are like, no, I want it in.
They
Like,
must
really?
it must be the people who got the game early.
Maybe. But I mean, it's like those gems in Street Fighter Cross Tekken and
Jeez, what a mistake.
yeah, all the,
The way they implemented was a mistake, but
Yeah,
the
I
idea
agree.
was good.
I mean, yeah, the idea was fine. I was fine with it, but I remember the first thing I thought is, wait, how's that going to work in like on a competitive wise? Because there was so many of them, and now you're wasting time setting up all your gems and everything. And it's like,
I mean, the fact that I think
I
that
thought for sure, okay, well, there's going to be a mode where you can just turn them off. Oh no,
no,
what do you mean no?
that's troubling. Yeah.
It's like, what do you
I mean,
mean
the
no?
fact that we're like micro transactions on that's
Yeah.
troublesome.
Which
that was-
also kind of made it pay
That
to
affects
win,
gameplay.
too.
Yeah, that affects gameplay, so it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like you only had 3 gems: power, defense. Oh, 4: power, defense, speed, and meter gain.
Mhm.
I thought you were gonna have just those 4, and then whenever you put it, your character is fully like that. You probably have a 25% boost of power throughout the whole game, or something like that. But
Mhm.
other characters can differ. You probably have a really fast Geef or something through the whole game. It wasn't like that. It's all
Yeah, it was.
use this gem to use it for early in the round, or use this gem once you're low in health. It's all,
Yeah, and the whole gem system in that game kind of really screwed it up.
it takes
'cause
up more time.
I was
than
so
needed.
excited. That game looked so great. And then the last thing they announced was the gems, like right before the game came out. It was like, wait, what? At first, I was like, oh, okay, it's like MSH.
Yeah.
Like the Infinity Gems. That's cool. Yeah. But in my head, I was like, but obviously you'll be able to turn that off. No. That was a huge mistake with that game.
Nope.
So.
Yep. It's the problem. And
But with Injustice 2, just turn off the gears. I can understand, folks are going to play online with the gears and everything, and they're going to learn all these crazy combos that you can only do with certain gear on.
Yep.
And then they're going to want to do that all the time. So,
I'm gonna laugh so hard, so it can be like costume-specific combos.
mhm.
Because this costume gives so much more hurtbox width
Yeah.
or hitbox width,
But
it'll give you more combos this
but
way.
I think that's what's going to keep the game alive more than the first game, at least not at Evo or stuff like that, but like just for everybody. Just the pure amount of stuff you can unlock, and every time you get a new piece of gear, you want to see what it does and do it for everybody. So, I mean, it's a cool hook to keep folks playing it,
Yeah.
but obviously when you talk about competing in it, you're going to have to learn. If you're playing that game to compete, you're going to have to learn the base character.
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking almost to the point where you never even play with gear, even for fun, because it's going to screw you up when you're in an actual match and you're trying to do a gear combo and it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the argument of that would be the character systems in Mortal Kombat X, because you can do some things different from
Yeah,
one thing, but that doesn't work for the others.
Yeah, but you're allowed to pick those at least.
Yeah, that's
That's the thing.
because those you have to unlock, right?
What, the gear?
Yeah.
You unlock them by doing
Yeah,
all kinds of
that's
stuff,
that's
so.
bad news because you would have to work for it. That's all kind of like a play to win thing.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
every system you played on would have to have the specific gear that you're going to use unlocked too.
Yeah, unless there was, I don't know, unless there was like memory cards available, which doesn't exist to this day.
Well,
Nah, they wouldn't work out.
knowing them, NRS they would just unlock. They would just sell like what I always said, like a
You could have tournament mode,
yeah.
but like Skullgirls did. But I don't think they'll do that. Did they have that? I don't think they do.
What's that?
Tournament mode
And
and the new Injustice.
I think so.
They do?
I think so. I may be
Oh,
wrong.
if they have that, that changes everything.
I may be wrong, but I want to say they do.
Okay.
I'm probably wrong, but I think they do.
I don't see why they don't do that. Just set off everything online related and
Mm-hmm.
just go from there. You have to restart the system or restart the game application if you want to get back into playing the game normally. Something like that.
That would be good. Yeah, I want to say that's already in there, but we'll find out one way or the other. Okay, so that's Injustice 2.
The
Marvel
big one.
vs. Capcom
Yep.
Infinite. Yes. So,
How's it look, though? Have you seen Chun-Li?
okay.
That's probably the first person
Okay.
I want to talk about.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Chun-Li looks like a weird, deformed alien version of herself or something. I don't know what's wrong. It's like she's
skip
got this
calculator.
long neck with this tiny head.
Yeah.
It's kind of now. This game is still what? Well, I guess about 4 months away now.
Yep.
So I mean, there's still time to change stuff. You remember how Street Fighter V looked a few months before it came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was different.
It was
and-
dark, kind of. Looking,
Yeah,
but,
and the models were a little
yeah.
rough, and so they got time to fix all that.
Ken's face. Yeah, time.
Poor Ken. But yeah, she does look a little rough. So there is something off there, and I'm sure Capcom has heard it.
Her bottom legs are awful.
Yeah,
It's like so thin, like a bone.
yeah.
And then this is the ties are like kinda normal.
I'm sure they'll have it fixed before it comes out. I hope. But I mean, otherwise, I think everything they're doing with the game is great. Personally, I like the new system. It's just 2 characters,
Mhm.
which is fine.
Yeah, it's like old school.
I could go
Marvel
for 2 or
vs.
3.
Capcom, right?
Yeah. So it's
So-
more like it's more like MVC 1 now.
Yeah.
So the attack buttons are light and a fierce punch and kick now. So it's 4 of those buttons. 1 button to use your gem and 1 button to tag.
Right.
There's
Makes
no more
sense.
assists.
Yeah. Unless it's like character specific assists, like someone had it. Some metal guy has assists on his own.
Oh, just some metal guy, huh? Just some guy. Ultron.
Yes, I think that's him.
God, what kind of a geek are you? Yeah. Ultron seems to have little assist bots and stuff like that. Yeah, but
And I'm always going to call Ultra Sigma Buzz Lightyear from here on out.
Buzz Lightyear. Who just Sigma or
Ultra Sigma.
Ultron Sigma?
Ultron Sigma.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of folks don't like that name. It's like, oh, whatever. It's cool. I'm fine with it. He doesn't look like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, he does.
Sigma looks like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
No.
Sigma also looks like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not Ultron Sigma. He looks more like he kind of looks like the end boss from the greatest game ever made, Tech Romancer,
Oh.
with the little face on the chest and everything. Anyway,
I thought you were in it. That's like Toy Story, the console game.
oh
where it's
god,
like-
no.
There we go.
But the tag system in it. Have you seen about how all that works and everything?
I'd imagine it not really.
You can tag anytime you want now.
Yeah.
You can tag and so you're in a combo, you tag. It's kind of like Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah.
A little bit. You'll be in a combo
Mhm.
and you can tag and the other guy comes in and continue the
Exchange for
combo.
meter.
Okay. So no. The regular tags are fine. So you can tag just standing there.
Regular tags, I think. Yeah, sin B meter.
You can
So-
tag during a combo. You can tag during a special move. You can tag during a super move. So you can do a whole super move combo with one character, tag out while one character doing a super, then your other character comes in, continue on the combo.
Oh, so the ladder tree doesn't take up meter?
I don't believe so. The only one that I know for a fact does, it takes 2 bars, is when you tag when you're getting comboed.
What?
Yeah.
You
so
can tag when you're getting comboed?
You can tag when you're getting comboed.
That's
So
stupid.
in that video that Capcom actually released, you can see Thor is doing a combo on Iron Man or somebody.
Mhm.
you see while Thor's doing the combo, you'll see if you look at the bottom, it goes from 3-1 bars. Chris Redfield comes in. Thor's still up there doing his combo. He jumps up and then starts comboing Thor from behind.
So it's like a alpha counter that you can actually you can actually combo Thor if you wanted to in that case.
Yeah, which is exactly what it does. And then Chris jumps up. It does looks like was probably a fierce punch into the shotgun, and that saves his partner. I think it's Ultron actually getting combo, but that saves his partner, and then he goes in. Of course, the thing is you got to be careful because if you do that when if you do that when you're getting comboed, like in that case, he was getting comboed in the air. Mm-hmm. It looks like no matter what you do when you tag somebody in, they always come in on the ground. So in that case, Chris was relatively safe because he came in on the ground while the combo was going on up here. He jumps up behind Thor and combos him. I'm sure you got to be careful though, because if that combo was going on the ground when you do the emergency tag, your partner comes in, he's getting comboed too. So because he runs right into the combo.
But what if the other person was in the air?
That's what I'm saying. In that example, yeah, your partner was in the air. That's why Chris Redfield was able to come in and save him. But if they're on the ground,
then it would be,
your partner always comes in from behind you.
Right.
So if you do that and you're getting hit with a ground combo and you calling your partner, your partner might run right into the combo. So there's obviously risk in that. You got to know, when's a good time to do it. Most of the time, I'm sure it's going to be like during an air combo, but I'm sure folks will learn, to kind of bait that. It's like, okay, I want to do this air combo. Ha! Now I'm going to do a screen fill-in super and kill you both and stuff like that. So it's looking pretty cool. Doesn't seem to be any team super moves though.
Oh no,
they haven't shown any. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a mechanic in the game, which kind of makes sense to me though.
They had delayed hyper supers.
He
cancels.
I don't think they actually do, but like I said, they showed in there one character starts a super and then that character tags. That character can still does his super and the other character can go do something. I think that's pretty much what's going to take its place. So you don't get two characters doing a super at the same time. You don't get one character doing a super, then tagging out, then the other character coming in and doing their super. You get one character doing a super, and you hit the tag, and the other character comes in and combos while that super's going on, then does a super of his own. So,
that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, and then they're also doing the stones. So the only ones that they showed were what? The time stone, power, and space. And the space one looks pretty interesting because like it's almost like looked like kind of a V-skill use of it, and then a full release. Now I'm wondering, there's only one button to use your stone, so that little stone gauge over there, once it gets over half, is that when you get the big release if you hit it, or you got to hold it down? I wonder. They hadn't really said yet.
I don't know.
Because each stone has like, if you, it may just be like a tap or a hold type of thing, or do like a fireball motion in the button or something. I don't know. But like the space gem, once you do whatever the minor use of it is, pulls your opponent towards you. You do the full release and it puts the little cage around them where they can't move, but just this little space. The power gem does it gives you ground bounces and stuff. Yeah, looks like when you turn it on, it gives you like ground and wall bounces on like your normal moves, so you can extend combos. And then the full one, I presume, is just all your moves are stronger, because the only character they showed that did the full release of it was Chun-Li, and she does like her what looks like a level 3 super with it. Still didn't look like it did that much damage, to be honest, but either way. And then the time stone gives you a teleport normally, and then what it looks like when you're in the full release mode of it looks like you always get access to that teleport and dashing and stuff, and you're faster. Okay. So
how does it work though? Is it selectable in the character select, I guess?
I presume so, yeah.
And it's one per team or one per character?
It looks like it's one per team.
Okay, so you have to make a team that utilizes it well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's one per team, and then and they only showed the first 3 stones, so there's still 3 stones that we've yet to see. What is it? What would it be? It'd be the mind, soul, and reality. Would be the other 3.
What the heck would be reality?
Huh?
What the heck would be reality?
I don't know.
Damage is less.
Plus, plus in the trailer you see Ultron Sigma put 2 stones into himself, so they might take 2 of them out just to not have to deal with what would you do with them. They might be just to that character.
Time constraints.
That thought crossed my mind. It's like I was like they may not figure out what to do with what would you do with the mind or reality gem. So let's just put them on as one character, and that way we don't have to worry about it. That would leave the soul gem, which in MSH gave you life back. Let's see, the reality gem in MSH was kind of character specific, but it usually gave you like extra effects to your moves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the what's the other one? Oh, the mind gem. What did the mind gem? Oh, the mind gem gave you super bar back in that game.
Mm.
So yeah, I wonder what those are going to do. Hopefully, we'll find out soon.
As long as it's not transaction like cross-second, that's all good.
No, it's only going to be those 6 stones.
Yeah,
So
pretty much. So
they'll already be
I'm fine
there.
with that.
Yeah, hopefully they won't make that mistake again. I presume we'll hear more about it at E3.
Yeah.
Capcom's supposed to have a pretty big thing at E3 this year, so so hopefully more characters and stuff. It seems like any character that's in any of the films coming up, I'm sure, are shoe in to be in it.
Yeah.
So we already know the characters that were announced.
Yep.
So is that Hulk and
Ryu, Chun,
Hawkeye,
Mega Man, Hawkeye,
Thor,
Ultron, Ultra Sigma. I guess this means Sigma would be in it too. Obviously.
Yeah, he's going to be the first DLC character.
Yeah.
Strider, George C.
Strider Ryu.
Yeah. Raccoon.
Yes, Rocket Raccoon was sort of the latest one. I think.
Raccoon, yeah.
And the one thing people were wondering was Rocket Raccoon and the one in the movies. He's small, but now he's big. The sidekick.
Oh?
The sidekick of Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, Groot.
Yeah.
Well, Groot was in Rocket Raccoon Super, which kind of tells me that he won't be his own character.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people were saying.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the same character. Like, not individual.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see like either Drax or Gamora, or actually all of them for that matter. All the Guardians of the Galaxy would be cool. Let's see. So Captain America's already in it. Iron Man's already in it. Let's see, who else from the films could we possibly see? I mean, it could
How's
be
Spider-Man
anybody.
doing lately?
Hmm?
Has there been anything new at Spider-Man lately, or not really?
Like the comic books or the films?
Both.
Well, he's got a film coming out in June, so
Yeah, so he seems likely.
he seems pretty likely to be in there. I wonder what other Capcom characters are going to be in there.
I'm wondering about X-Men.
I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually see X-Men in it. They're going to concentrate on the MCU characters first, but then they're going to put X-Men because it's like when they put a Kuma in Street Fighter V. You knew they were going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't want to do it out the gate.
Yeah.
Give you some new stuff, but yeah, I'm sure like Wolverine and Storm and all of them will eventually be in it. And I don't think it's this big deal of well, they don't have the film rights to them. Well, that's fine. These are games. There's other Marvel games out there now with X-Men and Captain America and Cyclops are in the same game because the video game rights are different from the film rights. So I don't think that's as big a deal as everybody's trying to make it out to be. I mean, they'll have to pay extra for it, but
Yeah.
big deal. They've done it before in other games. It's probably not going to be that big a deal. I was thinking of some Capcom characters I'd like to see, and I can't think of a one right now. I'd like to see Jen back. Jen.
Jen?
Jen.
Where's that from? Jan.
Jin. Jin.
Oh, Jin. Yes, now I remember him. He's the one
Blodia?
that came in a machine.
Yeah.
He was in MVC too, also.
He was in Cyberbots is what he was in, sir.
But Cyberbots.
Cyberbots.
Was the originator.
Yes, the original game before the sequel, the kind of sequel to that game, which is once again the greatest game ever made, Tech Romancer, which he was in too. You had to lock him though. Yeah, Jin would be cool. Captain Commando, Capcom. I want to see him back. That would be amazing.
The guy from Street Fighter 2012.
Oh, Jesus. You mean Ken? Ken from Street Fighter? It was 2025, wasn't it? Something like that?
2012, I think.
Was it 2012? Seemed like so far away back then, huh?
Pretty sure it was Street Fighter 2012. And who was the boss? It was like someone that was like Wily.
Yeah. Well, you know, in that game,
the Japanese version was different.
yeah, it wasn't. It didn't have
Yeah.
anything to do with Street Fighter at
Right.
all. What the hell does that have to do with anything? I thought it was 2025. There it is, 2020. That's it. Yeah, Street Fighter 20. We played that game back in the day.
2010.
Was it really 2010? Yeah, I guess it was. Sure enough.
Okay. 'Cause it had to be a year that we already passed, because I remember someone made like a video contribution in SRK talking about it. Like we were in this year to celebrate it.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember playing that game when it came out.
yeah. Did
Well,
you
a
beat
little
it?
after it came out. No, I don't think we beat it. We got pretty far in it.
I remember playing it, and I played it on the PSP and beating it.
Uh-huh.
It was
It was on the PSP? Oh, it was on
Emulator.
the emulator? Okay, yeah.
but
Freaking
yeah.
pirate. Yep, that's it.
Yep.
That is it.
The gameplay actually wasn't that bad, actually, too.
It was. I remember it fondly. I mean, this was years ago when I played it. What year did it come out? Can we see it on there? I mean, it must
Came
have
out
been
in 2010.
yeah, obviously. Must have been at least early 90s,
Yeah.
if not the late 80s.
Oh, check that box. I might have it.
Which one? This one? I thought that was it there. Where's the copyright?
This is the copyright. Should say it. Huh. Google.
See it anywhere on there.
You can just go to all. What's that noise?
Thunder.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not too bad. Like,
It's not supposed to get
Mississippi.
bad again until late tonight.
I mean, you can go to all. This
Yeah.
should say it.
Yeah.
Wiki.
There we go. But back to 1990. Yeah, I figured. Yep. So anyway, back to what we're talking about. Yeah, if they put an X-Men characters back in, Juggernaut, freaking not. He has to be in the game. It's got to be. Then that will be the greatest fighting game ever made, because the greatest fighting game character will be back in finally.
He needs the armor glitch.
The armor glitch?
The red glitch. Wasn't there a glitch that he had like armor from a certain special from a team switch, and then
MVC2. No, if you did the move that made him stronger, and then immediately tagged him out, he would always be stronger after that.
Oh,
so his assist was like
it was nothing
ridiculous.
to do with armor. It was just damage.
Yeah, it was just
Okay.
And
gotcha.
when we did that con last year, and I was killing folks in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I kept doing that, and nobody knew why. So there he is. He start off and like do that, and then tag him out immediately, and wait for them to do something, and he just come in and just death. It's like, my God. It's like, man, he's strong. Yeah, he is strong, isn't he? Then I finally told everybody what I was doing. Like, man, you cheating. Hey, it ain't cheating if it's in the game.
They allowed it in tournaments, right?
you couldn't really not. It was there.
Yeah, but they
How do you
soft
stop somebody from doing it?
tournaments. I think they soft ban things like
Well, yeah, I know
glitches
certain
and
ones
stuff.
would, but
Did they allow that one? I think they allowed it.
as far as everyone I ever
Yeah,
played did, I know.
yeah. I think his
I,
wasn't a
I
problem.
wouldn't do it if I was competing though. I would never do
You
it.
sure? I
No,
think
I never did.
I think they said it was legal. I think, or like, because everything
Like I said,
obviously that was a problem was anything that freezes the game, or
yeah, yeah.
and I think very few
No, because
tournaments were
folks,
getting onto that infinite thing where they said you had to stop infinite after
folks,
some time.
anyone
But
that I ran, I did do that. I wouldn't allow infinites after a certain amount of
yeah,
reps. I would be like, okay, you have to stop. But I mean, folks allowed. I mean, they still allow the glitch where Cape Cable.
hmm
When he does that shot as the character's coming in, it knocks them out, and then they come back in and they can't block, and then he just does a super over and over again.
hmm
I hate that glitch so freaking much. I hate it. But yeah, as far as I know, that wasn't really banned or anything in anything that I ever played. It may have been somewhere though.
hmm
But yeah, Juggernaut would be cool. Phoenix Wright, I kind of want him back. I was so happy he was in the last game.
Oh yeah, I liked him, but the only problem was I wish he was better.
Well, I mean, he's kind of a joke character, but that's what I
Yeah.
liked about him. But I mean, he was still pretty good though. He just once you knew what you were doing with him, and just the sheer confusion on folks'
Then
face.
they nerfed him after the first.
Well, he
match.
was kind of strong.
You know, he was actually doing good, so we had to nerf him.
Yeah, because he was meant to be, he wasn't meant to be like top tier character. You don't have to make him horrible, but he's also kind of a joke character too. So you want the joke characters to be super strong. I mean, I don't see why not.
I don't think he was really a joke character in the series, though. The joke character in the series was like Gumshoe. So it makes sense that they made Gumshoe bad and
Oh yeah,
Phoenix Wright okay, but no, they made Phoenix Wright feel like
he
an
was a
absolute.
lawyer for crying out loud. He didn't have any real superpowers. I kind of wondered about that. I remember somebody, I think it might have been Seth, was saying, it was like, yeah, everybody says that. Yeah, I think it was him when they were talking about, they thought about putting him in TVC.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, what moves would we get him? He's an attorney.
Yeah.
What does he do? And I thought what they did with him in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was just perfect. It's perfect. Because I played a lot of the other games, so I knew, I knew who the character was and everything, and I was like, what are they going to do? I was like, oh, this is perfect. It's so perfect. This is exactly what I wanted him to be. Without knowing what I wanted him to be, that's what I wanted him to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would like to see him come back. We already got X in there.
X. Oh, Mega Man.
Yeah. Mega Man X, maybe Hagar.
That'd be cool.
Probably a Street Fighter V character in there.
Mercedes. I heard rumors. I think there was a
Probably
rumored
Mercedes.
list that people said Mercedes was going to be in
And
it.
he makes the most sense. But yeah, I'm really excited about the game. Can't wait for it to come out. Now, it's coming out September 19th. Of course, seeing Capcom's most recent past, it's like, do we think the game's coming out too early? Are they rushing it out the door
I think so. What's the story going to be?
for the game?
Yeah, it's related to Ultron Sigma, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, is there a story?
I mean, they say it's going to have a story mode. It's going to have an
Okay.
arcade mode. I'm sure it'll have like the trials and stuff like that in it too. Obviously, an online mode. This one's not going to be using their servers like they're using on Street Fighter V. So,
Good. I think
it's
CFN
just-
was a garbage.
just going to be.
attempt. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they tried. So, but that also means there's going to be no crossplay either. Since Steam is going to use Steam server, PSN is going to use PSN server, Xbox is going to use Xbox server.
I mean, at
So-
this rate, I wouldn't care. Like even with Street Fighter 4, like Street Fighter 4, I think I was all right with it. Sticking with PC, I think I ended up having both PC and 360. Hardly anybody used the PS3
Oh God, no!
at the time because it was just
It was bad.
it was the bad choice of the
It was
bunch.
yeah, it was definitely the bad choice.
And well, now fast forward here, this is a good thing for crossplay, but the problem is, it feels like it's not ready, like consistently ready. You have the whole one-sided rollback problem being a thing, and it's not a problem when you're just playing with friends and you don't mind that stuff. I guess it's a problem for like competitive-based things,
Competitive, yeah.
and they actually are trying to treat more of these things like a legit thing, like they're having more e-league things going on for online play, right? I think so. I don't think that's I myself I don't see that as being ready because have you seen the video by the way what that core gaming thing did?
Mm-mm.
Let me pull it up. You could just search in core gaming Twitter. You'll find that video.
In Twitter?
Yeah.
Here we go. Twitter.
That's the wrong one. You gotta exit. This one.
Oh, whoops.
Core Gaming. Yeah, that's good enough.
Yep.
Now there's a video of someone the lag problem. This one. Look at this. This is once I rolled back in this nutshell. Well, from this beta.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see.
And the best part is this one isn't right. This one's the one that will get the right playthrough that Capcom sees, like the actual gameplay is.
Right.
So even if you're right here, you press throw. It's not gonna land. So I think the problem's gonna be this guy. So if you hit a jab when he sees it up close, it's gonna whiff, or it's gonna hit and then whiff, and then it's gonna back, and then he's gonna see it just fine, and then whiff punish it. So problem. It's a problem thing.
Again, man, it's just one guy. Give him a break. He's trying his best. He's got characters to release. He's got a friends list to be able to build and everything.
They don't even call it a friends list. They call it rivals.
Oh,
I think they changed it though. I think they now added favorites now. I think or something like that.
Well, that's
favorites was
been
already there.
Yeah, yeah. It's the friend request there, and then the blacklist too. Yeah. Okay. I hadn't played around with any of that stuff yet.
I guess not much new. Oh, look her now.
Yeah, I hadn't even seen any of this stuff yet.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't aware of this either. I thought this was like early.
Well, it was in the last. It was in the last one.
Yeah, I guess I just never went to it. Never cared about it.
Me either. Like I said, I just played Lounge last night, so I never went into the actual CFM until now. But yeah, I'm sure Capcom has learned, from what happened to Street Fighter V. Let's make sure this game is finished.
Yep, we'll find out
and fully fleshed out before we get it out. Before we push it out the door. I don't personally think they're pushing it out the door because, like I said, when they announced it last year, I'm sure they had already been working on it for at least a year, if not more. I
mean, is it being worked by Dimps? I think it's by a different company, ain't it?
I don't know which one. I don't know. I've heard it's being worked on by Capcom themselves, by some of the original guys that made 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So I heard that's what I heard. It's internal Capcom guys, and this is their first internally made fighting game since MVC2.
So this is like an actual Capcom game by Capcom, not.
That's
not
what the word.
Not being fledged to others.
Yeah, that's what the word going around is.
Pretty much.
I mean, not that Dimps has done a bad job or anything like that. They made Street Fighter 4. I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah, that was a decent success.
And
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was a decent success too.
Yeah. Like
not this
gameplay wise. Did Dimps make 5?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally enjoy the gameplay.
Other people outsource. I think there are more things being outsourced in this game though.
Yeah. Yeah, and most of the development is headed over here, isn't it? For design wise, I think.
I think so.
I think Japan is actually doing the actual programming, but I think most of the design was actually done over here.
Yeah.
So.
But there's some costumes I think with Colleen that that doesn't even match the the methods that the other characters were made. Because I remember someone was complaining in the modding community that the alpha layers settings that they did was different from the others, and it feels like they're handling like the costume stuff with from two completely different people sometimes. Whoever designs it.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That's probably exactly what's happening.
Might explain why we have some characters that look pretty good. Then we have what? Some
Ken?
Yeah, we have Ken. You have Ibuki's face at the wind pose with the eyes drooping down.
Is that what it is that folks complain about?
It's the wind pose animation. It's a stance. I think he's fine in general. It's just that once stance shot is bad.
I heard some folks say that's actually like Ken's face in the like the character select screen is more.
Character select
more like the
shadowy.
angle and the light is what makes it look so bad.
Yeah.
Because then they say they found out it was like the exact same face that's in the game, which actually looks okay. But it's just like that angle and the light, the way the light's hitting it makes them look.
It's the way it's angled and the lighting. But there's other factors you gotta consider too, like the hair physics in general is not good.
Yeah.
Like given Unreal Engine's state.
Yeah.
Like Unreal Engine 4, I gotta complain about how they handle packages. Every update is like what, 10 gigs?
Oh, something like that, like between 6 and 10.
Why?
Yeah.
This is something with Unreal Engine 4, I believe. Like other games, I think when they update stuff, it just updates whatever it has to do. But for this one particularly, it has to almost update everything. It feels like it's a waste of bandwidth.
Oh well, yeah, I definitely agree with that. But some games are like that though. They never really. Some will do the alpha patching where they just change, not alpha patch, the delta patching, where they just change whatever changed, and then some games here download the whole game again. Hell, I remember when MKX first came out for the PC. You remember how messed up that was?
Jeez.
Which
that got me a warning from my ISP.
Yeah, because you have to.
I'm actually really upset about that.
That first patch that was supposed to fix everything was basically downloading the whole game again.
Yeah, because
and then it didn't work, so you had to download it again.
Yeah, it was like 50 gigs, and I was downloading it like twice or more.
Yep. I downloaded it three times in like 2 days, and it was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't they just patch it? It's like, okay, we released a patch, it should fix everything, which it didn't. And then it's like you realize, wait, I'm downloading the whole damn game again. What the hell?
Yep.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yep. My ISP wasn't a fan of that.
They haven't announced an injustice for Steam, have they?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, they eventually, finally fixed MKX.
I think there's hints on it, I think. But it's not like official.
Yeah. I don't think they said anything, and I think if they're going to do it, they're definitely not going to outsource it again like MKX was.
Yeah.
Because that was a big cluster for them.
Yep.
And to their credit, they did eventually fix it. By the time XL came out, and
Yeah, the time that I played it, I didn't really have. Well, after the download issues was sorting out, I forgot what I did to fix that. I think it was either I had to like leave everything from MKX side, and just restart anew, and I think I had to leave some Steam Cleaner, or I had to run Steam in administrator mode. I think that's what I had to do. I had to run Steam in administrator mode for some reason for this game only, for it to actually update, actually finalize the update. Because otherwise it would say that download's incomplete. I'm like, oh, why?
Oh,
okay, let me try it. Here comes another 50 gigs. Yeah.
That crap sucked. That sucked. So, yeah, I would be surprised if Injustice doesn't come out for Steam for a while. They want to get everything out for the consoles, make sure it's all running good, and then one day they'll come out and do it for Steam, I'm sure. Yeah. But they'll probably want to do it in-house, not have to deal with what they did with MKX, if they do it at all.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's going to sell well. I mean,
oh yeah,
it'll do well, and they'll have reason to do it. So, all right, we got through everything. Yay. Anything else you want to?
8:42.
Yeah. Oh, really? Good Lord. Anything else you want to talk about?
Not necessarily, unless there's like a general question. Just ask at the end.
Do we get any questions here? I can't think of anything. I mean, I got questions, but nothing
We
to do
asked
with
we asked
this
like
kind of stuff.
what favorite games last time or how long you played.
Oh yeah, I think it was like most played games.
Yeah.
You want another question like that? I need to write down these things as I think about
Yeah. Yeah. I put Diablo 2 as like honorable mention. That was probably first or second. Cause yeah, MMOs, yeah, you do play them
them.
long
Well,
times.
yeah,
Yeah.
you better.
Yeah.
I can't think of a thing. You ask one this month.
Hmm.
Is there something you've always wanted to ask me?
I don't know.
Where did you get the name Ace Combat? There you go. That's our question of the month.
Oh, well,
We'll
that's kind of easy.
we'll talk about where our names came from. Okay.
Mix in the time that I was playing the PlayStation 1 demo for which had Ace Combat 3 in it.
Okay.
That was the first Ace Combat series game I seen in the demo.
Hmm.
Of course, me being a huge fan for Mortal Kombat in general at the time. At the time, I hated Street Fighter a lot. I never liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I only liked Street Fighter once I saw the artwork for Mortal Kombat vs. Street Fighter Flash Animation. Someone made the
I
third
remember
one
that. Yeah.
from
Uh-huh.
Peroxide.
Uh-huh.
I saw the third one. I was like, man, that looks so like the art is beautiful. Like I don't remember playing a Street Fighter game like that. And every time I try to find where that came from, I had trouble finding it.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden I find it, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Did this came out? What console this came out? Is this on PS2
This is a thing.
or PS1?
Yeah.
No,
Ooh.
I think PS2 came later or something like that.
It
but
did
first
eventually come out for PS2.
Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And then I was like, forgot about it. I was like, oh man, that sucks. So I never got to play it until MAME came.
Okay, yeah.
Or the emulator of Dreamcast. I think that's when I got to play it. And I liked it a lot. Then I got to play Super Turbo EX series.
Hmm.
I liked them a lot too. Apparently, I just never. Well, I guess I just couldn't get into the original Street Fighter 2 probably at the time.
Well, it was.
But I think it's because I just never got to play the arcade version much. And I only stick with the Sega Genesis version, which I got tired of. I was like, I'd rather play Mortal Kombat.
So basically, you were just a Mortal Kombat fan, and you were playing the Ace Combat thing, so you replaced the C with the K.
Yep.
Long story short.
The best part was I never bought an Ace Combat game at all. So for people saying like, "Oh wow, you're gonna play this new Ace Combat game?" I'm like, "What Ace Combat game?" I never.
Yeah,
heard
I
of
was
it.
reading about the new Ace Combat. I think it's Ace Combat 7 coming out this year? 6 or 7?
7? I thought it was 5.
No, 5's been out.
Shows you how much I know about the
No,
series.
it's 6 or 7's coming out.
It's probably
supposed to be coming out this year. It looks
6 maybe.
looks pretty freaking good actually, but yeah, I was like, oh, I wonder if Ace is gonna. Oh, that's right, he's never actually played Ace Combat.
What are the odds?
Yeah, I think it's 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay.
Ace Combat 7. Looks pretty freaking good. And I think the flight stick I have for Ace Combat 5 in the closet in here is going to work for it.
Really? Is it best to use a flight stick?
Oh, the Ace Combat
Any.
4 and 5 we played with a flight stick. We had one for the Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
My brother might have that one. We got one for the PS3,
Mm-hmm.
which I have, and then of course I've got the one for the PC. And this game's coming out on Steam, so I can just use this one.
Wow.
But oh god, yeah, Ace Combat 4. I remember that game was so good, and playing it with
What's the objective
With a
though?
flight
You
stick, which
just
is so
fly.
good.
You just fly and land at places.
No, it's like, I think starting with Ace Combat 3, they created this one world that they eventually came back to in all the other ones. Was kind of a future pseudo world, but they're still using like modern day airplanes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like this continuing story between these two continents that are constantly at war with each other, and you're flying missions and stuff like that. If you like flight sims, but not like if you like not arcadey, but like more accessible flight sims. It's not like a like a Die Hard sim where it's like really complicated and stuff like that.
Yeah.
but it's not like arcadey either.
It's like a
got
mix
like
between arcade
yeah,
simulation. I mean
yeah.
arcade and real life simulation.
And
I know what it is.
Ace Combat 3, I believe, was the first one that was really like where they put like some of the sim elements in it, where like
Yeah.
when you turn and there was drag.
Yeah, there
So
was
you're
that.
like flying and you go to turn up and you're still going down a second before you go up. You got to really compensate for stuff like that. Um, but yeah, the Ace Combat series has been good. I never did play the last one. That one was a little bit more arcadey, but this one's supposed to be more like.
And there was the free to play one too, I think, right?
Yeah, there was.
Mhm.
I downloaded it on the PS3. I bet you anything those servers are down. I never played it. I
No,
had
the
it on
servers
my
are
PS3.
still up, I think.
Are they?
I saw a friend of mine played it like 6 months ago.
Oh, okay. I might go back and try that out. I never did play it. I downloaded it. I never played it. But so yeah, okay. That's
The best fun I had with that Ace Combat 3 with the demo.
Mm-hmm.
It's always crashing the airplane. I'm trying to figure out how ways can I crash to this building or this water. And I think the water didn't even really have splash effects. It was just like it was either explosion or I think the screen freezes.
Was Ace Combat 3? Was that I think that was one if you flew by the water and it was like little water stuff would come up and it was like, oh, that's cool. Ace Combat 3 was on PS1, right?
Yeah.
So it might have been Ace Combat 4. I'm thinking about that added the water effects and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm excited about Ace Combat 7. It's gonna be awesome. Just hopefully it comes out this year. They've been talking about it for like the last 3-4 years. It feels like it still ain't out. But so yeah, that's where your name come from. So
Yep.
Did I ever tell you the story about where my name came from?
Nolan
Stucky?
Stucky?
Yeah,
Nah.
because he calls himself Stuck Dog. So yeah, it's nothing big or nothing. A dog that we had, and our dad brought home this little mutt he found on the street, little tiny dog. He must have been about that big when he found him. So we kept him. That was in the 7th grade. Yeah, we kept him, and for like the first year and a half we had him, we couldn't come up with a name for him. We just didn't. We just didn't know what to call him. One day, we leave him outside. We go to the mall shopping. We come home, and we open up the sliding back door to let the dog in. Little did we know we'd left the dog food outside. He had gotten into the dog food and ate himself. He looked like a little black basketball. His stomach was just so full. So he comes waddling in, and all we see is this gut swinging under him.
Oh, wow.
And I don't remember which one of us said it, but we were like, oh, my God, that is one stuck dog. Don't know what it meant. That was just what one of us said. And from that day on, we called him Stucky. So that's where my name comes from. It's just the name of my dog in middle school and high school. So now you know. Fat little dog.
It's good to know.
So yeah, there you go. You learn something new every day, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
What kind of dog was it?
He was a mutt. He was definitely Cocker Spaniel. May have been some lab in there. He was little, but when he was like a puppy, he had these huge paws, and everyone thought he was going to be this big dog, but he never got any bigger than this. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And when he was young, he had long, curly fur. But as he got older, it got like shorter and straighter. It was weird. He had these really long hair on his ears, and most of it fell out after a while. And he just had this short fur after a while. And his bottom jaw was too big for his face, so he always walked around looking like that, kind of like a bulldog. It was, yeah. Oh, Stucky, that was him. So, but yeah, that's where my name comes from. Yeah. So now everybody knows. Now everybody knows.
Well,
So yeah, I guess
how many
that's all.
viewers?
Hmm?
How many viewers? Probably like only one person.
We've had some come in and out, but doesn't matter. We used to get most of the views after anyway. Folks will come back and watch it. I'm surprised how many folks actually watch it. I was like, what, 1 or 2? No, we get like tens after a while. It's kind of surprising, but
Probably just have to have some events. Probably something
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Speaking of which, it's probably too late to do Mayhem Syndicate, I guess now.
Unless he's pull it out after a month. Didn't like some tournament had to do that?
I don't know.
Wasn't like some level up tournament like that where something was scheduled on the month of, and then they had to change it to the next month. Like
Well,
it was like SoCal or NorCal regionals. I don't know what it was.
I don't remember. Next month would be our thing though. We're actually looking at the 24th. June 24th is when we're looking at Solstice Showdown 2017. So I actually got to start getting to work on that actually. But that would be our next event, and by then pretty much everything will be out except for MVCI. So
Yep, could be pretty busy day.
yeah.
But it should be.
Assuming we run everything.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm thinking probably do Injustice, probably do
Well,
Tekken 7 and Street Fighter. That's why I'm thinking it's probably just going to be those three games.
yeah, but I don't know about Revelator too. How big that's.
Yeah,
be.
I don't know
Probably
if anybody's going to show up for that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Last time
That
it was
sounds
just you and Richard. So
And I'm terrible at Guilty Gear.
yeah, I mean it'll be there. All the games will be there, but I think we're going to run those games. I'm going to try to get in touch with the old arcade crew and like Tekken 7's out. You going to come out now?
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to say yes, and then they're still not going to show up. So either way.
Yep.
So yeah,
KOF 14 is never going to be a thing too, because nobody, not even one.
Nobody.
Two people won. No, it was only me that wanted to play, and that was
Yeah,
it.
I mean I would have played it, but you were gonna beat me, so there's no point. But yeah, June 24th is when we're probably going to do ours.
Yeah.
Either 17th or the 24th, but more than likely the 24th. That will be the weekend. So that will be Solstice Showdown.
Another game I would want is this. Have you ever heard of Armor Core series?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another game I kind of want to look for, something similar to that. I know there's there's a Gundam game I probably could try to get into, but I don't think one exists for PC.
Nothing with like you're trying to find like specifically a mech game or a mech game where you can customize your mech. And
I like an idea of an AC game that's like a mech game that's kind of fast paced, but you can play against others 1-on-1. Similar to how Armor Core is. Like even the later ones were okay, even though I prefer the PS2 era Armor Core mostly, but I would like the later ones for PvP. But Gundam's good for that. But I don't have a PS3 online for that.
Well, there's a new Gundam game coming out on PS4 this year. Oh, I can't wait! That's gonna be so awesome. Finally
is that
getting
team-based?
one in America, huh?
Is that team based?
Yeah, it's the next. It's the next in that series, and we're actually getting it over here in America. Thank God. Don't have to import it. Everything will be in English. Well, more than likely it's going to be dubbed. I doubt they're going to go. I mean, it's more than likely it's going to be subtitled. I doubt they'll go back and dub the whole game, particularly for Gundam series that hadn't come out over here. But they might, because they've been releasing a lot of Gundam. But we're getting way off topic now. I want to do the next podcast on the 10th.
How many weeks from now?
Let's see. That's one. What is it? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks?
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad.
So we'll see. And if you can't do it, I know there's other folks that's been asking to do it too. So
yeah,
we'll figure all that out. So look for the next episode, June 10th, and look for our next event, June 24th. So it'll be 2 weeks after that, assuming everything works out. I'll get to work on that probably this weekend actually, and. Yeah, I guess until then, we'll see you all next time.